Welcome back, everyone, to Conversations with Marvelous, Episode 3. And before we actually start our conversation, here's what we're going to do. I need to give a special shout out to Raul Carrillo. I got it today, Raul. So I want to thank you openly and publicly, bro. If you guys want to follow him, his name is Raul Arts. Raul Arts on Instagram. So it's Raul and then Arts, A-R-T-S. So it says in the back, thank you for entertaining me while I do my artwork. I hope much more success to you and to your family. God bless. And then he actually sealed it in the back, which is very original. He sealed it. So I'm going to put this here on the table. I don't know how long I'm going to keep it here on the table simply because we drink here and we spit here and we talk shit here, and I don't want it to get messed up. But once again, Raul Carrillo, muchas gracias, carnal. So it will be here on the table so for everybody to view for the rest of the night. So without further ado, please allow me to introduce my co-partner, my co-host, Marvelous Inc. What's up, my brother? ¿Cómo estás?
What's up, bro? Thank you very much for having me. Once again, I appreciate that. And for everybody that requests for me to be, right here with you,
Absolutely.
I really appreciate that. I'm very humbled, bro.
You know what? It's funny because today I read one comment, and I kind of want to bring it up. This one guy said, watch, I already know within a matter of time, these two are going to have a huge fallout.
Oh, shit.
And I say to myself, wow, is that like what we wish on each other?
I think the audience, not of everybody, but I think there's some people that are trolls or haters. They want to see conflict, They're assuming there's going to be some type of chisme,
Yeah. Yeah, I don't get it, but anyways, other than that, man, today's Friday. You had a busy week?
Very busy.
Yeah.
Very busy.
Because I see you always posting like, okay, I got time, hit me up.
Dude, I was so busy this week with other stuff other than tattooing that I really didn't set appointments for the week like that. So, because I didn't think I was going to have that much free time, but I ended up having a lot of kind of free time in the morning, bro. So I was like, at the spur of the moment, I was like, I got time right now.
Okay.
Hit me up, shit. Let's do it.
Have you had any phone calls from people going to your page, getting your number, calling you up? Hey, I got a question about this and this and that.
Every day, Tony.
Really?
Every day, bro. From everywhere out the country. And I talk to them, I appreciate them, I appreciate them calling in, and I appreciate them, I appreciate what I could learn from them as well. They tell me a lot of stuff that I don't even know about. They put me up on game, and I get to talk about it with you.
And does anybody ever try to call and try to debate, or is it pretty much all in a friendly conversation?
Most of it's friendly. Some people, I don't think it's debating. But they question, bro, and they have every right to. They should question everything, and I love that when they do question it, bro, because I questioned everything, and even more than question it, like I went against everything that I talk about now. I was totally against it. Like, man, shut the hell up, stupid, get the hell out of here.
Right.
So I understand when people come against me or they'll clown or whatever. I understand where they're coming from totally.
Right. I get a lot of people like in the comments that will say something like, tell him to get educated, tell him to learn, tell him this, tell him the earth is not flat. And here's how I always answer, and I hope you guys are watching. Call in, bro. If you have the balls, make the calls. A lot of you guys don't have the balls. You just have internet balls, and it isn't we're trying to start like some pleito or something, but like if you want to like ask him something, like why do you believe that, bro? There's no way, then call. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we're not trying to start anything, but at least don't waste your time, net banking, and just make the call. But other than that, I wanted to touch on something that had been trending for the last couple of days, okay? And I just thought it was pretty interesting, okay? Obviously, you heard about this artist named PNB that had gotten killed at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles.
Right.
Okay. And unfortunately, that happened. They from what little I know, because I want to be 100 with you, and I think possibly you as well feel this way, possibly, and possibly a lot of our viewers feel this way, that there's a lot of artists that all of a sudden get killed, and people say, oh, the GOAT, he died, and I never even heard of him.
Right.
No disrespect, and I say this with the utmost respect, is that I never even heard of this guy, PNB. Have you prior?
I heard about it from my son. My son puts me up on a game.
Okay.
But I didn't know he was. I mean, the way people make it seem after he passed away, like they knew him, like he was like somebody. And I'm to put him down in any way, you know. I just didn't know about him like that, you know.
Right.
So, and I'm sure a lot of other people didn't know. But now that he passes away, everybody's on the, the bandwagon.
Everybody's on the bandwagon, and it's sad to say that many of you that are probably watching, immediately he was the GOAT. You know, my thing is just like, do you have to die to be the GOAT?
Yeah, you gotta die for you to get any type of acknowledgement in life. I think.
Yeah. Didn't Biggie have a song that he said, or I think he had a quote. He said, "You're nobody until you die."
You're nobody until you die. Yeah, that was a good ass quote, man.
And it's true. Okay, and then there's another guy that I've never heard of, and I say this with the utmost respect, King Von. King Von, he was killed too.
Right.
And then Young Dolph.
Right.
Those three guys, never heard of. Okay, some people may say, well, were you hiding under a rock? No, I was working, bro. I just didn't listen to music for years. Okay, so and then you have that guy, I don't even know how to pronounce it. I don't know if it's Extension or Extension.
Extension.
Okay, that guy. He got killed.
Right.
Then you have MO3.
Right.
MO3, again, who I never heard of, was killed. And then you have, I heard of this guy, Draco the Ruler.
Right.
He was killed. So let me say these names again because I have a point. Here you have King Von, PNB, Young Dolph, Extension, MO3, Draco the Ruler. Those, I mentioned 6 guys right there. The reason why I bring that up is because one thing that they all have in common, they all belonged to the same distribution empire.
Fact.
Is that a coincidence? Or, I mean, I don't know. I just Googled it and this popped up. You know, as of right now, there's only one guy that's still signed to them that's still alive. And that is Fireboy DML. Fireboy. I never even heard of him.
Probably next.
Probably next. If I'm him, I'm laying low. I'm getting out of here, you know, because he's probably next. So, you know, you look at the death of Easy. I believe it was 95. If I got the years wrong, you'll understand my point.
You're right.
He died in 95, 96 Pac, 97 Biggie. The biggest names of rap died 1, 2, 3. Coincidence? You know what I'm saying? And here we have all 6 of these rappers that belong to the same distribution. You know, I don't know. I just think it's kind of weird, man.
Yeah. Also, the life insurance that was taken out on them too. That's kind of weird.
Wait, can you repeat that again?
The life insurance policies that were taken out on them.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Right.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that. Oh, thank you for filling us in on that.
All killed in November. Or was it November? Yeah, I think it's November.
Wow.
I think.
Right. Okay, well, that I didn't know.
Yeah.
But one thing that I'm noticing is that growing up with 80s rap and 90s rap, I think in today's generation, we are seeing more dead rappers than we've ever seen before.
Fact, bro.
You know, I mean, we don't have no insight other than what we see on social media, on the news, and on you know, whether it be Instagram or whether it be Google or whatnot. That's all we see. Why do you think that is? What's happening, bro?
I mean, here we go with the Marvelous talking about conspiracy shit. But what I know, what I speak on right now, like what I'm gonna say is because I'm studied in this area. So we'll take we'll just name somebody that everybody knows, Nipsey.
Okay.
You know, you take Nipsey's thing about him being a Mason. A lot of people didn't know what he was involved in. Then you take his whole the ceremony at the Staples Center afterwards, where they charge people to go watch and see his casket or whatever,
right,
and see the family talk. That was a whole dedication to Horus. Horus being from Egypt, you know, Egyptology being from the tribe of the Kemites, Kemet, and worshiping Horus and all that stuff, Isis, the goddess, and that was a whole ritual. If you listen, and then people can go on YouTube and listen to what the mother's talking about and the libations that she pours, and it's an offering to literally bad spirits that come from the 9 lower realms, having them rise and possess somebody's body so that they could have everlasting life. They believe in that, and she tells everybody to join her church afterwards.
Wow.
It's crazy, bro.
I mean, you know, one thing I did notice about that funeral ceremony, the viewing, it was humongous, man.
Humongous again.
Humongous. I don't think I've ever. I'm almost even thinking it was bigger than Michael Jackson's because it was up there.
Yeah.
It was up there, you know. And one thing I will say this, and again, I say this continuously throughout my show. From 2002 to 2017, I wasn't involved in music. Came back in 2017 to start doing a documentary. My son is the one that put me up on game about Nipsey when he had passed. Up to that point, I never even heard of him.
Right.
Okay. So one thing I did notice that people came out of the woodworks for like Nipsey, okay? And I'm not saying that about him, but also with people like P&B, people like Extension or whatever. Oh, the GOAT. I just don't get that. Like, you know, when, rest in peace, Eazy-E, when he passed away, there was none of that. And here we talking about a pioneer who started all this, you know? And there was none of that, you know? And the saddest part was Cube and like Dr. Dre didn't even show up to the funeral.
That was messed up.
Yeah, it was.
Only Yella was there, right?
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, man. It kind of gets me how people say that now, or like he was the greatest of all time. And one thing that we like to do, and my friend from New York put me up on game. He was asked a question when he did an interview, and they asked him, who inspired you to DJ? And he said, it's not who you guys think. And he's a black dude, brother from Harlem. He said, it's a Mexican guy from the city of Wilmington named Tony A. That's what he said. So when he sent that to me, I said, why did you say that? I was very humble that I had to ask. Right. And then he says, because I wanted to give you your flowers right now. At that time, I had never heard the term flowers. This is in 2017. Yeah. And I said, well, what does that mean? He said, people wait till you're dead to take you flowers. And then say, you were great, you were dope, you're awesome. He said, let's do that now while they're alive.
That's right.
So, you know. But anyways, other than that, one thing I never asked you, when it comes to Chicano rap, if you're a Chicano rap fan, who are some of your favorites?
Man, well, I mean, of course, everybody knows a lighter shade of brown. I don't know if they were considered Chicano rap back in the day, were they? Or, yeah, just like they were.
None of the 90s stuff was.
Yeah, none of the 90s stuff. I don't even think that shit came into the early 2000s, right? The whole Chicano rap thing, right? Yes. But, I mean, I've always liked Little Rob, you know, when he first started out. So, I mean, we're older, so them. Who else? Kid Frost, I only liked, I mean, he has some good music, but I mean, just his known songs that he was known for.
Right.
But other than that, you know, I like a little bit of everybody. I like some of I like the way shout out to Spanky Loco. I like the way he puts his beats together and all that. You know, whoever he has editing and stuff. I like the way his beats are. But who else, man? I can't. I don't.
Because you're naming predominantly all 90s stuff.
Yeah. You know, like the 2000s. I don't know. Like I don't know, bro. I mean, other than I would say Chino Grande when he first started off.
Okay.
You know, I don't know. I don't listen to all his stuff, but there was some of the songs that were pretty dope. You would have to name to have me.
What about like the low profile stuff from San Diego?
Oh, okay. So Shadow, Little One part of that, or Shadow?
I don't think none of them were ever signed.
But I remember them. Some of their stuff was pretty cool. Who was on low profile?
Mr. Sancho, Miss Sancha.
Oh man, I remember that song Sancha did. I don't know if you heard about that shit. Freaky Tonight.
No.
Oh my God, bro, that song was out of hand.
Was it any good?
That shit, I don't know if it was good or what. It was good for for some hood rat shit, but other than I don't think you'll enjoy it, bro. You know, but not to talk shit, but it's on some crazy like getting naked shit.
Oh no shit.
Yeah.
All right. What about like the Capone stuff? That era? Do you like that stuff?
That's early 2000s. I definitely did not like that, bro. No diss to him, but it's not me. I don't like that.
You know, it's safe to say that when the 2000s hit, it almost seems like Chicano rap just went straight gangster rap. Almost.
Yeah.
You know, because some people call it sureño rap, some people call it gang rap. You know, I don't know what to call it. I saw an interview the other day where this one guy said, a gabacho, he said that he was responsible for taking Chicano rap to another level in the 2000s, okay? Okay. I don't know what that other level was because in the 2000s, there was no, Chicano rappers didn't have any major record deals. Chicano rappers were not on the radio unless you were on Pocos Pero Locos.
Facts.
But people were fighting about that, saying, you know, did it help us or did it, you know,
I think it set us back.
Set us back, okay? So I don't understand how somebody could say I was the one that took Chicano rap to another level. Like, I don't get it. In my opinion, you look at all the 90s, okay, whether it was, again, whether we talked a little bit about this last time, where there was Frost, where there was Mellow Mayonnaise, and I'm going to even include High C with Sit in the Park, I'm Not Your Puppet, okay, where there was Lighter Shade of Brown, whether it was Proper Those with Feed Me Jaina and Mexican Power, where there was Brown Side, and Little Rob even had stuff out during that time. You know, there was so much stuff out there. People had record deals and were on the radio.
And you know what, bro? Because I think they waited till they made it to make so many songs, or at least wait till they had their foot all the way in the door, to both feet.
Right.
And then if they wanted to throw their hood in the song,
right.
I mean, they would, and they could get away with it. But you have a certain group of individuals that now are labeled themselves Chicano rappers, and they're just straight gangbanging on their shit.
Right.
They're just straight saying things that, I mean, that essentially not supposed to be talking about, you know, or promoting a certain organization, you know. But hey, they're doing what they're doing, and I think that set us back. You know, wait till you make it. You know what I mean? And,
right.
And then if you want to throw your barrio in there, hey, channel that shit, homie. But you know, give it a chance.
You're absolutely right. There was a time that High C went to the swamp, Herman Swamp, and he got jumped up. He got beat up. He went to the studio, and we talked about it here when we celebrated, I guess, our 30-year anniversary last December. He said how he had gotten beat up, and then how we recorded a song called Punk Shit, where he was talking about that was punk shit, what they did to him. He wanted to release that as his first single because he was angry and mad and wanted to get back, like if they were really going to listen to it, okay? And I said, bro, we got to give the radio something to play. So we went with I'm Not Your Puppet, Sit in the Park. Now, one example, Puffy. Biggie released like some dope gangster shit on his first record. But Puffy knew you got to release I Love It When You Call Me Big Papa.
Yep.
And then the other jam, ¿cómo se llama? Juicy, or you know,
Juicy.
They gave the radio what they needed. Okay,
yeah.
On the album, release your hard shit. You know, I don't think people know how to follow a formula. They just like, that's a fucking dope song. That's a fucking dope song. Fuck it, just put it out there. There has to be a formula, and one thing that I learned: timing is everything. If you're a rapper and I do your record, and we're done today, I'm not releasing it tomorrow, bro. I gotta wait to see where music is going. Because what if music somewhat starts to change? And I said, you know what, you got the right lyrics, but that beat, we can change it up. Because it's maybe kind of old now.
Right.
Then we change it up. Bro, to do a record back then, for it to really, really work, it would take maybe 6 months to maybe even 10 months for a good record, because the artist is still being developed. The artist is still growing.
Right.
So, and music is changing. So, but so okay, you mentioned some of that. Now, give me some dope rap that you listen to, I guess, on the daily. Is it more 90s? Is it more 90s based? Is it more today?
Yeah, it's more 90s. I think I listen to a lot of remixes. Like on if I'm gonna listen to a new rapper, there's this page I follow, Product of the 90s. He puts a lot of cool shit together with old school rappers, new beats or old school beats with new rappers. Like, I mean, it sounds pretty dope. Like, I like that. All the new stuff, I mean, if you remove the beat from what you're listening to and you hear what these rappers are talking about, it's all bullshit. And if it's not bullshit, it's the same fucking thing that was in the last record or in the last track. The same thing. Bitches, hoes, guns. Murder, death. Bitches, hoes, guns. The same thing.
Yeah, bro. That's why it's tough for me to listen to today's rap. When my son will send me, Dad, what do you think about this guy? I just want to say, garbage.
Throw it away.
Yeah. What about this guy? Garbage. What about this guy? Garbage. It's
and
hard.
Then when you say that, you're a hater.
Of course. You know, and back then we didn't have that word, hater.
We didn't have that.
You know what it was to us? And I'm just going to keep it real. you were just jealous. You were just jealous. But today, you can't even give your own opinion because this generation has come up with a word to come back at you with, you're just a hater then. You're just hating because it's so good. You know, like, fuck. I mean, can the Mormons say that about the Jehovah's? The Jehovah's are false, hater. You know, the Mormons are false, haters.
Damn, that's fucking funny.
You know, it's like, stop that. You know, one thing about Pac, I love Tupac's music. I love his music, okay? The guy could rap. I think the guy was ahead of his time. Died at the age of 25. Biggie died at the age of 24.
That's young as fuck.
Young as fuck, bro.
Those are kids still.
Yes, kids still, okay? Richard fucking Ramirez was 25. He was still a fucking kid, but ese maldito, he knew what he was doing. So these guys are so fucking talented. But Tupac literally raised a generation. He raised a generation to say, only God can judge me. Really, what that means is, don't tell me what I'm doing is wrong. Let me go ahead and do it. You got no business telling me anything.
Stay in your lane.
Stay. Yeah. I don't even bowl. People tell me
I
to
miss
stay in
the
my lane.
90s, bro.
So, yeah. If I had a time machine, I'd start taking orders. I'm going back to the 80s.
Yeah.
Anybody want anything?
Yeah.
Okay. So, anyways, man. Other than that, you caught anything good lately on TV, man?
Not a damn thing.
Oh, you've been kind of busy.
Yeah, bro.
But let me give a shout out to the IE fools and the LA fools.
That's
And when
right.
we opened up the phone lines, IE fools call in, LA fools call
LA,
in.
baby.
Yeah, and just roast each other. I don't give a damn, you know. But okay, now get to what this is. Somebody messaged me and told me to ask you
About my eyebrows.
Yeah. So okay, what's the big deal with the eyebrows? Somebody
What the fuck is the deal with my eyebrows, homie? I clean them up. So what? I'm not gay. I got fucking 10 kids, homie. I love women. Like, what the fuck you gonna say? You know,
Give me a hand clap.
I think that's more for motherfuckers that are questioning their sexuality, homie. If you're paying attention that much to another fucking man, you probably want to sit on his lap. You know what I mean? And I ain't got no room right here for another set of balls. I got mine. You
That's
know?
it.
That's it, homie.
Wow.
You know?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm gonna throw it out there. Anybody has a problem with his eyebrows, call in, okay?
Palabra.
You know, call in. You know, because we have a bunch of internet warriors. Yeah, I never understood that. You know, it always came like from one camp talking about your eyebrows.
Right. And the person that's saying that in that camp paints his nails. So what the fuck kind of shit is that?
Ah, shit. All right, cool. All right, let's change the subject. All right, anyways, other than that, somebody had had commented on one of my posts when I posted up the flyer. I deleted it, but somebody asked him about him going live and addressing the Savage Studios comment that you made. Were you live recently?
Yeah, I was live recently and I was answering. My inbox got flooded, of course. So, I mean, first of all, before I even address this isn't a form of clout chasing. It's been a certain amount of time since the dude passed on. And, you know, as much as, I mean, people might hate it or whatever, hey, rest in peace. You know, a person lost his life for his, you know, his lack of wisdom. I'll say that, you know, respectfully. But the person that does pay for this shit is that little boy that's going to grow up without a dad. That's what's really sad in this case. Not everybody else, not, you know, other family members or whatever. That little boy. And yeah, I went live and I answered questions that a lot of people were asking me, you know, because this individual went ahead and made a video about me and put up a lot of false or a false narrative that wasn't true about a situation when he hit me up, or he commented on a lot of my pictures on my IG, and I went ahead and replied to him, and I told him, you should know better than anybody that you don't ever make a gay reference to another grown man, especially you being in prison, right? And he said, save all that high power shit, whatever. So I told him, hey, you know what? Let's save all that shit then, and you could address me in person, you know. So
wait, time out. Just, I guess, to fill me in. So this guy, out of nowhere, just went on your page and started commenting on your pictures?
Mm-hmm. Started commenting on my pictures because it's a long story, but I had a homeboy. He made a podcast or a YouTube page or whatever, and it was on gang shit, prison shit.
Okay.
And I guess he was in there on their live or something like that, and people were going in on him, and my homeboy didn't know what they were addressing or what they were addressing about. So he hit me up and he asked me what is this 2-5 gang thing or whatever. So I simply, you know, we had a conversation on this thing, and I told him what it was, and this dude felt so disrespected by it or whatever that he decided to wake up in the morning and comment on all my pictures. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't have to do that. He could have simply made an appointment with me for a tattoo, and he could have gotten me face to face.
Well, as far as I know, from what little I know, you know, because he came at me too. You know, I guess he never caught a fade with anybody, but he would call everybody out.
You know who else they called? The cops. Because I caught this person, right? And I'm not trying to say it like that, like, oh, now that he's passed away, he doesn't have a chance to defend himself anymore. But I literally caught this dude. And what did he do? He decided to call the cops, or let his girl call the cops on me. And that's cool, you know, whatever. But don't do all that shit, you know, and you're down for the fade and all that, and you knocked everybody out in the world, and you're the strongest guy, but, you know, you don't want to really fight anybody. That's not cool, you know what I mean?
Right.
But, hey, whatever, you know, it is what it is. And like I said, you know, the person that loses out is the son, you know, that little boy. But somebody did address that issue on their page. I'm not going to say that person's page's name or whatever, but they made a good point. And they said, you know what? Not only people may think that his mouth got him in a wreck or his mouth got him killed, but you know who killed him? And he names the audience, everybody on YouTube watching, everybody commenting or leaving comments on that page. Hey, Savage, you're down, homie. That's right. You tell him, dog. They're pumping up that ego in him, you know, to push more. And the people that are talking shit to this individual are saying, oh, you're just a punk. You're doing that. That's pumping him. That's still pumping him up. That's still pumping him up to go against the grain, to want some kind of publicity or boost his ego and all that. You know what I mean? Right. So people are accountable for other people's lives as well. You know, and things that you say or the way you act with somebody, that's gonna make them act. That's cause and effect. That's simply what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know. Okay. Now let me say my part. And again, people may say, "Why are you talking about it now? Why are you cloud chasing?" Mm-hmm. My question to you, if you do say this, because we're addressing it, did you go on all those other 1,000 pages that addressed it immediately after he passed away?
Facts.
So don't come over here and say you guys are just cloud chasing, because there was thousands of people that made videos.
Right. And
immediately after he passed.
Bro, I had podcasts hitting me up, wanting to pay me to tell them and show them a screenshot, show them video footage, and I didn't do it, bro. I didn't do it, right. and because it's literally a dead issue. It
is. The reason why I want to address it is this, because I think a lot of people have hit me up in the past. How come you don't ever address him? How come you never address him? I don't think, first and foremost, I didn't even know the guy.
Right.
Okay. But there was one point that I want to make, and in order for me to make it, I have to explain it. I just had Bozo here the other day.
Right.
Okay. Great episode if you guys didn't watch it. The last time he was here was over like 105 episodes ago. Like literally over 105.
Yeah.
We were taking calls with him. And I asked him a question. Somebody in the DM asked him to address the Savage Studios incident. Okay. So I asked him off air, do you mind if I ask you? I respectfully asked him that.
Right.
And he said, yeah, I don't care. I go, do you know the guy? No, I never met him. I go, why does he go after you? He goes, just ask me. All right. So I asked him, you know, this guy Savage Studios, you know, do you know him? No, I don't know that guy. Okay. So he pretty much gave me the same answer.
Right.
My boys are telling me, like, he's on the live chat.
Yeah.
He's on the live chat. And I was like, what? He goes, that he was saying, I'm going to call. And he called.
Yeah.
And they went back and forth, okay? I said nothing. As a matter of fact, I knew that we should not have entertained this. So what I did, you can look at the video. I turned the phone around.
I seen it.
And I went like this, like you can hang up, okay? And a lot of people say, oh, Tony was scared. No, this was just, it wasn't going anywhere.
Right.
Okay? So Bozo just said, you know, just hang up on him.
Yeah.
Cool, whatever. I've never said a word.
Right.
The next day, this guy was in my DMs, bro.
Yep.
He was like, yo, what's up? You need to take that shit down. And I said, bro, I'm not taking nothing down. I don't have nothing against you. I don't even know who in the hell you are. And then he started sending people to start commenting on all my pictures. You got up till today to take that shit down, homie. Blah,
Or
blah,
I'm
blah.
gonna do this. I'm
Yes.
gonna do that.
Okay,
I
so
got the same thing.
I just blocked him, bro. I'm not gonna go back and forth with that guy. So and then here he comes going live saying he has bad paperwork on me. Now, I'm not gonna say this person's name, okay, but she gave him some bogus paperwork. So he went on, YouTube and started saying, I got 28 paperwork, it's all bad. Go to my page on my story, but you have to subscribe. Yeah, I mean, you have to follow me because he was on private.
Yeah.
So he wanted followers.
Yeah.
And he had this bogus paperwork. That's the point. I'm only sharing this because that's the point I want to make. That he had so-called paperwork on me, and we hadn't even gone to court yet.
Yeah.
I hadn't gone to court with this female. You know when court came around? A year after. How could there be bad paperwork on me? So and then when all his trolls came to my page and fuck you, Tony, blah, blah, blah. I blocked them all, whatever. My thing was this, that he was telling everybody there was paperwork on me. I was fucking no good. I was this. And then he has somebody DM me that he wants to fight a celebrity match, me and him,
Yeah.
For money and
The
give it to
same
charity.
thing, bro.
Same thing?
The same thing. And I told him, I told him in the thing, I ain't with all this internet shit. Homie, I'm from the 90s. Like, you could come on my pad, dog, and we could do this. I ain't without pulling my phone out and fucking filming you, none of that shit. But be about it, you know what I mean? And like that video that he put out, he goes, and it's crazy because I think that he thought I was going to expose him. I think that he thought that I was going to put this out there, and I didn't, homie. Like, I'm not going to go on no fucking podcast and talk about the shit that I could have done.
Right,
You'll
right.
see after the facts if I'm busted or dead what the fuck happened. So what he did is he made a video telling all the audience, the everybody that didn't know shit about nothing, but I guess he thought I was gonna talk about it. But you never pulled up though. Like, motherfucker, what the fuck are you talking about, homie?
Yeah, you call the cops.
Like, yeah, you call the cops. Like, what are you talking about, fool?
Right.
And it's just, I don't know. It's I don't know. I can't understand the mindset of the younger generation. I just can't.
For a whole year, man. You know what? And everybody was hitting me up for a whole year. Hey, bro, your paperwork. Hey, bro, your paperwork is out there. And I'm telling everybody, we haven't even gone to court. How could there be bad paperwork? And then he kind of ratted her out, the female that I took to court, because he said, come on, man, just admit it. I already talked to the victim herself.
Oh, my God.
And this person was making up, I don't know who Savage Studios is, and come on, bro. So
Get this grenade.
yeah, exactly. So I just needed to address that because we hadn't even gone to court yet, and then yet there was paperwork on me. So, and you know what, Marvelous? That whole year, believe it or not, ended a lot of relationships, like friendships, because there were people that knew that this guy was a PC, knew he was a 25%er, and believed him. And believed him. Hey, homie, I heard this paperwork floating around about you. Yeah, show it to me. You got a booking number 2 and you got a mugshot? And nada. But they just stopped talking to me. But that's all good though. But I just wanted you to address because somebody asked me.
Right.
He had went live and he had talked about it. or
Right.
whatnot. Okay. Now, the next subject, Dr. I hope I don't pronounce it wrong. Rest in peace, Dr. Sabi. Sabi. Were you involved in a documentary?
So I worked somewhat in the background of I don't want to say like, I don't know what you would call like advising, but before this whole man, I can't even say the name of that, like for YouTube purposes.
Okay.
So anyways, with the thing that's going on right now with people, so it was associated with the 5G program.
Okay.
There was a meeting downtown at the mental health center, exposing cell towers and 5G programs and smart devices that are affecting people's pineal glands and causing mental distress. So, and the names, all these new laws that are coming out, bro, that have to deal with only mental issues, the changing of names of jails. They're not going to be county jails or people that are people that get busted now. And it's supposed to happen within the next 2 years. They won't be associated with like essentially a reaction of violence, but it'll be associated with having a chemical imbalance. So they could issue more psych meds. So they're going to be mental health centers for re-education and rehabilitation. They're not going to be called jails no more.
Why do you think that is? If somebody would ask you, like, I mean, because obviously you were a part of this, What was the outcome of that? What was the answer? Did anybody say like?
They didn't let nobody talk. They didn't let nobody go on the podium. They asked for facts on what was being brought forth, and nobody was allowed to speak on the podium. And you were kind of shunned away.
Wow.
Yeah, they didn't want to let that,
Is this documentary out?
No, it didn't. It was being funded by Nipsey, and then he got killed.
But you were in it.
So I mean, not in it, but there was a lot of us. There was a lot of people, that had a lot of stuff to offer, and they gathered up everything that they could gather up from all of us, and put it all together. And then whatever was useful, they were going to use it. A lot of stuff that I brought forward that people know about my page. I'm what you consider a truther, and that's not my words. Those are what people associate me with as bringing forth truthful facts, bro. That's why I say don't fucking come against me with shit. I'll show you a fucking federal document that will tell you. They'll tell you what they're doing to you. They'll tell you how they're poisoning you. They'll tell you the new laws that you got to look forward to. But you're not worried about it because you're distracted until the time comes that you do get cancer or the time that you do get busted. Now you're worried about the law. Now you're worried about how do I cure this? And now it's too late.
Yeah. And this documentary, if you can just share a little bit, it was about exposing all of this?
No, it was about the court proceedings of Dr. Sebi. So what happened was he went against the pharmaceutical company, and the pharmaceutical company was suing him for, defamation and a bunch of other shit. And they told him to bring in, you're curing people, right? Well, bring in so many people. Well, he brought in double that of people that were proven to have full-blown AIDS, were proven to have cancer, various tumors, and he cured it within 3 months, each and every one of them.
So there is a cure for AIDS.
There's a cure for every natural blood-borne pathogen, and that's with simply changing your diet of the stuff that you're consuming, the food.
Wow.
I say stuff because most people are eating literally a credit card a week. That's how much plastic you're consuming in your food. They have no idea.
Yeah. Okay. Guess we got to lay off the tacos de carne estrada.
Carne estrada.
Yeah. Okay. Now, there was another thing that was going with that. Okay. Recently, I think you're the one that sent it to me. I don't remember exactly, but maybe you can elaborate a little bit more. Mm-hmm. And this was going on in Chicago. Remember, people were saying, "Look, the purge is next. The purge is next.
The new laws.
The new laws."
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember any of those that you can?
Yeah, there's a lot of, there's so many, bro. But yeah, they passed that. Oh my God, what do you call that? They passed that bill at like around midnight when everybody was sleeping, like trying to sneak it under the table. That people are no longer going to be held. Say a person is trespassing in your house or even commits a so-called homicide, but the police didn't actually see it. They can't detain or arrest that person.
Wow.
Like, that's literally saying, go ahead and do what the hell you want to do, and then we'll just figure it out later. But in the meantime, you're free to go.
Remember for a while, I think they're probably still doing it, where there were like 10 guys that go in a jewelry shop.
Oh, heck yeah.
And they were saying that as long as it wasn't over so much money,
mm-hmm.
You couldn't get arrested or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that kind of the same that they're doing here? Like,
yeah, they're doing a bunch of stuff, bro. Like, in what do you call it? When they incite something, or they're kind of I don't want to say provoking it, but take for instance the whole Black Lives Matter thing, and what do you call that? That's by George Soros, which has nothing to do with real melanated people. I'll just say that.
Soros, that's the Jewish guy, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the Floyd, right? The George Floyd thing or whatever. So they had protesting downtown and go against your government and go against the Constitution doesn't apply to us. And what do? They strategically put piles of bricks near all government buildings. Why did they do that? There was no construction going on, but they have literally these bricks right there that are just set up for people to just grab them, or blocks or cinder blocks, all kinds of shit. They even caught the police spray painting their own vehicles on video.
Wow,
that's crazy. Like saying and showing people on the news that, oh, look at what the community's doing. Like, nah, that's you, stupid. You got caught on tape.
Wow. And I know Chicago, like black on black crime over there is very, very high.
So New York, Chicago, and Los Angeles are the main so-called minority or low economic cities that would be the biggest combatants if something were to go down.
Wow. You know, I was watching something that I probably regretted watching, but I wanted to see something for myself.
The Human Centipede. Nah, just kidding.
No, I actually used to play Centipede back in the day. But there's like I think it's like a 5-part series. It's called Hollywood on Netflix.
I've never seen it.
Like Queen Latifah and a bunch of other well-known actors are on there. Have you ever heard of the actor called Rock Hudson?
Yeah.
Okay. He died of AIDS. He was a homosexual.
Okay.
Very well open homosexual. Somebody had told me to watch it, so I started watching it. And I'm going to tell you what was intriguing. They were confirming, and I was shocked that they were actually putting it in this story. It was supposed to be a true story, okay? How they pretty much just show how Hollywood is just about like homosexuality and even pedophilia. Like if you want to make it in the industry,
You got up.
yes, you're going to have to. You're going to have to. And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say it now because he told me this. There was another artist that was there.
Orlando Brown.
No, not that guy. No. Speaking of that guy, we'll get to that guy. Okay. I'll say it now, bro, because he's passed away and may he rest in peace. But I think it holds weight if I say who says it. Okay. He told me like this. Tony, you'll never make it in this industry. And I said, wow, that's encouraging. You know, we were in Pasadena at a place called the Palms. I guess the place is ran or it's owned by Kevin Costner's wife. Okay. And I go, why? He says, because I already know you. He said, if you want to make it up here where there are the millions, he says, you're going to have to face homosexuals. That's what he told me. And you're going to have to face pedophiles.
Damn.
And I know you'll never give in. He says, but if you want to make thousands right here independently, you're better off right there. And I'm like, fuck, man. I'm thinking to myself, I want to make fucking millions, okay? You know who told me this, bro? Jerry Heller, NWA's manager.
Damn.
Okay? The guy who was putting together a studio, a record label for all the Chicano rappers in the late 90s in downtown with my boy Pablito, and Pablito confirmed it. Pablito put up close to $1 million in the studio, and it was called Hater Lick Records. Everybody was there, bro. Okay? Jerry told me that. So when I'm watching this Hollywood movie, it's reminding me of everything he's telling me. You know, in other words, do you want to make it? Yeah, I want to make it. So now the guy gets up, goes between his legs, starts blowing him. Like, they literally showed it. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But throughout, there's 5 episodes. Throughout those episodes, that's what it's all about. Do you want to make it? Then you're going to have to come over and spend the night. You're going to have to come over, you know, and, you know, pretty much give it up.
Fuck that.
And I'm thinking like this, man, they actually let Hollywood make this, you know, and it's on Netflix. And because if you look at that, all you're seeing and reading that, like, bro, you got to be homosexual to make it, you know. And again, if that's what those people want to do, that's their lifestyle, then that's their lifestyle. You know, I'm not going to knock that. But I'm just telling you what a lawyer, Jerry Heller, once told me and what I saw on Netflix. The reason why I have to explain it that way is because today, if you offend somebody, you can get canceled immediately.
Yeah.
You know, you can. And it's sad because it's almost like we can't even share our opinion or how we feel. So, but that's what it is. If you want to hit millions, you're going to have to hit some homosexuals and pedophiles. And I'm like, wow, you know. And then Justin Bieber claims he's a Christian. He goes to a Christian church, and then he tries to expose Hollywood for being pedophiles. You know, when they got Justin Bieber sucking Odell Beckham's dick on video on YouTube at a club in New York. You can look it up. Justin Bieber blowing Odell Beckham. He was a wide receiver for the New York Giants at the time. And Odell Beckham standing up, and this guy's down there, and then the phone's like this. He gets up, and he's like, se la estaba mamando ese güey. So, yeah, it's crazy, bro. You know, so.
Get that
28
Bieber fever.
Yeah, the Bieber fever. Anyways, let's.
Got him.
Anyways, man.
Got him.
That was a good one. The Bieber fever. Okay. Other than that, man, you know what I watched the other day, man, and I truly, truly enjoyed it. Go ahead. Go ahead, read us something.
Fucking IE fools think that Marvelous Inc. is cute. What the fuck? Man, that IE LA shit's going crazy.
Oh, yeah. He needs some milk.
I'm not gonna look at this no more.
I told you, don't do it.
These fools are going in.
Somebody put chupas.
Chupas.
Okay. All right. Anything else you want to bring up? Anything you care to say? We're just having a conversation.
I'm enjoying the conversation, bro.
Okay. Lowriders. Do you have any lowriders?
Man, I wish I did. Shit, nah, I don't, man. I wish I did.
That shit. Now, if you could have one car, would you have a pimped out lowrider or a brand new car right now? If you had a choice of any lowrider pimped out, yours, or just a regular car of any kind, what would you take? Would you take an older or a newer?
I love old cars. I love old cars, but I would literally I'd want a tactical ass bomb proof fucking truck or something like that, bro, with fucking puncture proof tires, all that shit. Something I could fucking live in, that could fucking climb up more of a mountain or whatever the shit. I want something like that. Like, I'm so, like, my mindset is like, man, shit's gonna happen, dog.
Yeah.
And what the fuck am I gonna do fucking with a lowrider? You know,
you're
while
right,
shit's
right.
going down.
Bonus at driving.
Shit, there's not even no drive-ins no more.
Some, but
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Let me ask you this. Since you've been on here, I know you did one other podcast. Have you been doing any other podcast since?
Yeah.
Okay. Mostly Zoom or sit-in?
Both.
Okay.
Both.
Okay.
Yeah.
And are they out?
There should be about 5 more coming out.
Really?
Yeah, new podcast.
Oh, so they were pre-recorded, not live.
Yeah, pre-recorded. There was 2 Zoom that were live, and yeah, I think those are out already.
Okay. Has there been any you turned down?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's been some up and coming dudes, but I think dudes that just want, like, they don't really know. No disrespect to them, but their stuff that they post is like kind of like some ignorant ass shit, man, that they're talking about, bro. And I'm not trying to talk about all that shit.
Right.
Like,
I get hit up for podcasts all the time as well, but I don't really care. If I have my platform and I'm here sometimes 3 times a week talking, I don't really care unless I truly see that it's beneficial. And let me tell you why, Marvelous, because when I first started before I started podcasting, I was hitting people up for interviews because I wanted to promote my documentary.
Right.
And a lot of people turned me down. And then the people that were that I was interviewing, that were interviewing me, were literally getting no views. Like, I'd go back and their audio might have gotten like 28 views, 10 views. One guy had 3 views. And I was like, why am I even doing this?
Right.
So that's when I said, let me start my platform and see what happens.
Right.
So now here we get great views thanks to the fans, thanks to the people that are watching, because we wouldn't be sitting here if it wasn't for them.
Facts.
I always want to acknowledge you guys.
Yeah.
But when I see that people are trying to start a podcast and they think, if I get Marvelous, if I get American Cholo, if I get this guy, my views will go through the roof. You may get some views, but ultimately, people should be able to tune in because of you, because of the host.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, do you see podcasting getting bigger than what it is right now?
Definitely getting bigger. Yeah, I see that whole what's gonna blow up, and that's just crazy, is the whole that metaverse thing, where you're able to you could have a virtual set, bro, and people are gonna pay to come in your virtual set. Everything's gonna be on these fucking VR things at home, and they're literally gonna be stuck at home, in this virtual reality. I can make one of my tattoo studio. I can make one of teaching cultura and have all these images and have the whole setting of you in the jungle. Whatever I want to put in there, I could put in there, bro. And that's where the money, the people are going to be making money because you're getting paid. Back in our days, we used to watch television.
Right.
You know, and these programs, you know, like fucking Cheers, all these shows like a name, you know what I mean? And now, you know, they would pay these actors, but now they're paying, or they would pay these actors to distract the masses. Now they're paying the masses to distract the masses. So you want to start a podcast? Go ahead, we'll pay you. You want to start a metaverse thing, a whole world, a scenario of Roadium Radio? Hey, go ahead, we'll pay you. You know. And the more content you're a content creator, the more content you make, the more distraction that you have. So make sure what you're putting out. If you're gonna be distracting somebody, distract them with the fucking truth.
Yeah. You know what? Since I've started this, Marvelous, I've always encouraged people. Now that we have a voice, you know what? Let your voice be heard. Start your podcast. Start going live. The way I see it, we have our own television station. You know,
Literally,
we have our own television station, and we need to be careful about what we release. But not just a television station, because if you say something that somebody disagrees, we give the people an opportunity to call in. You know, if you're watching, like you said, Cheers, Happy Days, or whatever, we can't call in and talk to them. You know, we can't. This is live. I'm against, for me, and I don't say against like in a bad way. I like live.
Yeah.
I like live. Okay?
Yeah.
I don't like to watch pre-recorded podcasting.
Right.
I went to one where the guy messed up on asking the question, and he goes, "Okay, you got stop it right there. Stop it. Just go back. I'm gonna ask it again." He wanted it perfect. I get it.
Yeah.
But I like it better raw.
Natural.
Exactly, man. Because many times I've asked people questions, you know, nothing off guard where I wasn't supposed to ask, but it's almost like, oh shit, I got to think about that one. You know, and I think people like to see that.
I seen you on an interview recently, and shout out to Homeboy. I still call him Sir Dino. Okay. But yeah, that was a good interview, bro. And you know, it's a podcast of substance. You know.
Yeah.
Like I believe this show is, it's substance, bro.
Thank you, man.
To the you know, the community.
He had hit me up and asked me, David Rocha.
Right.
He had hit me up and asked me, hey man, can we just have a conversation? I said, yeah, okay, cool. And my grandbabies had just left. The damn toys were everywhere, and I was like, I'm just gonna do it right here, bro. I'm a little tired. I'm on like 4 hours of sleep, so let's go. You know, and of course, it was live between us, but we didn't edit nothing out. The same way that he released it was the same way we did it. And I got a lot of feedback. A lot of people really, really enjoyed it. And what I said on there, bro, I truly, truly meant. I do plan, and this is the first time I'm announcing it here, that eventually, after I release the Chicano rap documentary, I will set up where I'll have my last episode, and then I'm just gonna disappear, bro, off of all social media. I just want to. When I was working for 15 years, nobody knew me. Maybe 1 or 2 guys at work. And then maybe like the last 2 years that I was there, people found out who it was, and everybody treated me different. Even the people, and no disrespect to my boys from Local 572, okay? But even my boys that were hating on me, once they found out who I was, then now I found out they were rappers. Hey, bro, can I give you my demo? Can you listen to me? And I'm like thinking to myself, I think I liked you better when you didn't like me. Because now you're only my friend,
Right.
because I could possibly be beneficial to you. So, I don't know, man. I even recently thought about going out and getting a damn job.
What are you gonna do? Be a door greeter at Walmart?
Close. Actually, when I'm not done with this, you're probably going to see me at a museum or a library. I'm not going to do something like that for money. I'm going to do something like that because I find peace there. I find peace there. You know, like money could buy you a big ass bed, but it cannot buy you sleep. It could buy you a big ass house, but it cannot buy you a home. It can get you a hoe, but not a woman.
Right.
Okay? So money to me is not everything. You know, monetization is nothing. The views is nothing. I'm thankful that people have watched, but I want to start a new chapter in my life.
That's right.
You know, let's be honest, Marvelous. At my age, I got more years behind me than in front of me.
Who knows, bro? You might if you change your diet.
I've been trying to, you know. So, but yeah, man, I think I'm gonna live up to at least probably about 80. So if you look at it, I probably got about 26 more years.
Well, the average now is 60 years old, around 60. That's old age now.
Okay, so I got 6 more. Okay.
Hopefully you make it past that.
I mean,
bro.
think about it. My mother passed away, rest in peace, at 63. So you never know.
My
you know?
grandparents were 98.
My father was like 85. So I'm hoping I got his gene because I want to stick around for a little bit longer. I want to have great grandbabies.
That's right.
You know. So, any grandbabies yet?
Yeah.
How many?
Well, I don't want to say it on air, bro, but I
Okay.
got grandbabies.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
good. Now, let's be honest, man. Isn't having grandbabies, to say the least, like totally different, bro?
It's crazy, man.
It's really crazy, bro.
Yeah.
It's like for me, it's like having kids all over again. Mm-hmm. You know, it's wild because I've often said that if I could have another kid today, I would.
You should.
I would. So, you know, the other day when Bozo was here, my grandbabies, I brought them in because they had a beautiful pit bull in here. Mm-hmm. I brought my grandbabies in here and they were playing with it. Mm-hmm. One of them, you know, the twins, one of them took off and I have a Michael Myers mask right there in my little showcase. Mm-hmm. And that was the first thing he put on. Grandpa, you know, and he put it on and Bo's like, oh, no. That's not a good example right there. And I was like, I know. But they love Halloween now because I love Halloween. Mm-hmm. So, anyways, you a big Halloween guy or no? Go ahead, say it. Go ahead, give it to us.
From what I know about Halloween, hell no.
I know.
But I mean, as a kid, I used to love Halloween shit. I love looking forward to watching the same fucking Michael Myers movies every year, homie. Yeah. You know, I watched the same, everything that you grew up on, I grew up on. Okay. So all those old school movies, I love all that shit, bro. You know, going to the fucking, picking out the best mask I could get. Yeah. But I mean, unfortunately, you know, I was kind of poor when I was little, so I had to be the same fucking Dracula every damn year. That shit sucked. Yeah, my grandpa, he wore the same fucking sheet that I slept in, with the same fucking a little bit left over the white makeup that he would put on my face, with the same fucking those teeth that you would buy from the dollar store.
Damn, Dracula. Are you gonna be Dracula this year?
Fuck no, I don't dress up no more, bro.
Okay, now Halloween's coming up. If any of your kids want to go trick or treating, would you allow them?
Yeah, they go. I mean, man, you know what? Are they gonna go this year? No, they're a little bit. My daughter's the youngest right now. They're too. I don't think she's into it that much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, would you consider? Let's talk about horror movies.
Yeah.
Would you consider like a Michael Myers, a Freddy Krueger, and a Jason? Would you compare those to like the Exorcist and like the Conjurings?
No.
Two totally different.
Yeah.
Would you say? Okay.
Right.
The ones that really freak me out are the demonic spiritual side ones. Mm-hmm. You know, those are the ones that fucking linger on in your head. Mm-hmm. Do you believe that there are some movies that, by watching them, can invite something into your home?
100.
Okay. You care to name any movies that you think may?
Yeah, the Possession of Emily Rose, the Poltergeist, definitely. Which one? A lot of the possession ones.
Yeah, the possession ones, exactly. Yeah. And why do you think the devil sells so well in Hollywood?
Because he controls Hollywood. He runs the earth. He's this is his dominion down here. He's allowed to cause strife, confusion, okay, and here I go. He's allowed to cause division within certain bloodlines and fuck off their what they're supposed to be doing, so they don't inherit the 13 realms of heaven, to break that firmament. So he's gonna do his best to fucking distract you. Yeah.
You know, I've often believed that the devil would use somebody to, as far as he can take them, where he can influence the masses, and then if he gets killed, let me find another one.
Right.
And that's just what he does.
Always using bodies, yeah.
Here's what I don't understand, and Ice-T said it best. You know, I'm tired, he said, and I'm paraphrasing his Twitter quote that he put on his IG. He said, I'm tired of trying to warn people about the LA gang lifestyle.
Right.
The reason why I said that because this guy P&B's from Philadelphia. He's not from out here, but yet he was out here in the middle of fucking Inglewood.
Yep.
When what? But how much money? How much money of? Like $500,000 of jewelry, bro.
They don't know no
It's
better.
Inglewood, wasn't it? Or South Central? South Central. Okay.
They don't know no better, bro. They don't know the fucking politics over here. They don't know none of that shit.
$500,000, bro.
Yeah.
You know, and here's my thing. Now it's coming out saying that they released the text messages that the girl set him up. You know, I don't know how true that is, and I'm not going to say that's true. That's just hearsay on social media. Okay. So, but when a guy wears that much jewelry, bro, I don't care whether you're a rapper or not. It's somebody's coming for you. You know, and I don't know how old he is, but do you guys know how old he was?
Probably in his 20s.
Okay, say in his 20s, okay?
Yeah.
I'm not going to ask you how old you are.
Right.
You know,
Right. It's cool.
I respect that.
I'm 40.
Okay, 40 years old.
Right.
Do you think you have lived a full life yet?
No.
No. There's still more to see. And these guys in their 20s are all getting smoked.
Yeah.
That's where I feel bad almost as a parent because I'm like, wow, you know, my son is 31. He's already outlived these guys, you know, and I shared this before. And somebody actually brought this up to me in a DM. He said, I know exactly how you feel because if anything ever happened to my son, I wouldn't want to live anymore. You know, I have a friend that buried his 6-year-old son. He was sick. And he still goes through it, man. It's been years. It's been years since his son passed. But he had to bury his 6-year-old son. And I asked him one day, he said, you know what, bro, I don't ever mean to bring this up, but I just have to ask you, does the pain ever go away? And he says, no, it just, eventually, you just learn how to deal with it. He said, so it gets better in that fashion, you know.
Yeah.
But, like, I wouldn't want to live if any of my babies, you know, passed, bro.
I fucking go crazy.
Yeah, exactly, bro. So let's think about the harm not only that you're doing to that man's life, but also to the family.
Yep.
Also to the family. I just want to bring one simple thing, and I hope it means a lot to the listeners. In the book of Genesis, when Cain killed Abel,
Right.
and it says that God came looking for Cain, okay? And he says, where is your brother? And he said, am I my brother's keeper? Like, what do I know? That's what he said. And he said, your brother's blood is crying out from the ground, okay? In the Hebrew, I went ahead and did a word study on that word blood. And it's actually not singular, it's plural. Means your brother's bloods are crying out to me. So I asked a Jewish rabbi one time, why would it say bloods? And he said this, bro, it blew me away. Say you kill a man with no child, right? He has no children.
Right.
He said, what happened was not only did you kill him, but you killed his children's children. Yeah, bro. So next time, think about what you're doing. So literally an entire bloodline you're killing, you know, so. Anyways, man, that was deep right there, bro. Because when I found that out, it really, really hurt to think about all the people that have lost, you know, children like that. You know, so once again, my condolences to his parents. You know, I don't know the guy. I don't know his music. Doesn't matter. He lost his life.
Yep.
You know, so gang violence today we'll just talk about LA. Is it getting worse, or is it stopping, or is it mostly on social media?
Man, you know what? I don't like doing this, but I always compare shit to the 90s.
Yeah.
A lot of fucking murders. I lost a lot of homies. I also lost a lot of homies to the system that are doing life right now, that committed murders allegedly. But I think. And I hate to say it like this because I know I'm gonna get judged on it, but we were fighting for something, or felt it was a just cause back then.
Right.
But now, the younger generations want to pick up a gun and kill somebody just to see how it feels, or maybe for clout, or because somebody's fucking egging them on to do this shit, not because they feel they have to do it to represent something. But it's just like a wannabe, and it's not even a wannabe anymore. It's a fucking trying to be. It's like, yeah, your wannabes, then you have your trinabes, then you have your fucking nobodies.
Yeah, yeah. What I don't understand is when I see rappers in the vocal booth laying down verses, and they got a gun or a rifle and they're like this rapping.
Stupid, right there in the camera, like, what the fuck are you gonna do with that, homie? Like,
you gonna shoot the cameraman?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't get that. Real gangsters that I knew
never showed their shit.
Never showed their shit, bro. But today, it's all about the views and the likes. Is it a way of seeking validation from social media? Like, if you agree I'm hard, hit like. Mm-hmm. If you think I'm a real gangster, hit like. Mm-hmm. You know, I made a joke one time. I said that I was the biggest Wilmington gangster, but just nobody believes me. Mm-hmm. Laugh at that, man. Okay. So, I'm the hardest fool right here. Just nobody believes me. You know, but I think that those are the type of guys that are behind, como se dice, you know, flashing this, flashing that. I just don't think it takes all of that, bro. You know, I just don't. And I'm not knocking them for doing that, or maybe I am. I just don't understand the reason for that. Mm-hmm. You know, and the reason why I bring that up is because people forward me rappers that do that. You know, hey man, what do you feel about this guy? And this guy's like this, or he's throwing a video like this, and I was like, I don't know, bro. I said, I grew up in a different era where the only time you were ever gonna pull a gun on somebody was he was gonna use it, and that's it.
You had to, or it's gonna get used on you.
Yeah, bro. After this whole conversation, bro, I'll give you an example of what I saw one time where this one guy said, if you're going to pull that out, use it. Mm-hmm. And the guy fucking used it, bro. Mm-hmm. And I'm not going to lie to you, it scared the fuck out of me, you know, because it was it for him saying what he said, you know, but that's what happened, you know. Today, again, I think Bozo said it best. There's a lot of people out there that are still seeking validation. Maybe they didn't have a good father figure. You know, maybe they, or maybe not even that. Maybe they're just attention seekers. You know what I'm saying?
When we were younger, bro, me and a couple of homies, I remember we're walking and we're all strapped up. I was about 12 years old, and
so 12 years old, strapped up.
Yeah, and we run into a couple of veteranos at this burger stand, and they're talking to us and shit like that, and they're talking about one of the homies used to act real hard. Like, he used to act fucking like his chest out and everything, like badass, you know? Yeah. And I was always taught not to act like that. Excuse me. And so one of the homeboys, man, I'm not gonna say his name. He starts talking to us about the difference between killing and murdering somebody. And so he says, you know, you act all bad and shit with that cuete, and anybody could kill somebody, but you're not gonna really know who the fuck you are until you murder somebody. Have you ever picked up a knife and stabbed somebody, like, and murder and felt them take their last breath? If you're willing to do that, then fucking be Mr. Badass or whatever, or Mr. Super fucking gang member. Yeah. But you ain't shit with that strap. Like, you know what I mean? That was like something that I took, you know, to heart. You know what I mean? Yeah. Anybody could shoot somebody. But when you get busted for that shit, are you going to be willing to stab somebody? Which you eventually, if you have that big fucking mouth, you're going to have to do it.
Everything, you know, everything we say out of here, it's going to come back to us, bro. Mm-hmm. It's going to come back to us. And did you want one, bro? Or
I'm good. Okay. Thank you.
Gracias, bro. And la otra botella. One thing, I like a quote from Gladiator, which is one of my favorite movies. And he said, what we do in this life echoes in eternity. Mm-hmm. And it's very fucking true, bro. Mm-hmm. I love that.
Or when he says, that's why in Troy, that's why I will be remembered and you won't.
Very true. Mm-hmm. Okay, now, Troy, let's talk a little bit about that, because I like that movie. Yeah. Even though I thought they tried to make Brad Pitt look a little too sexy. Okay? You know? So my thing is this, okay? That whole movie could be summed up with that movie was, they fought over some pussy.
Yeah. Yeah.
She was married to an old motherfucker.
What most barrios are fighting over today.
It hasn't changed. Mm-hmm. It hasn't changed. You know, okay, rumor has it, and you guys can correct me, Alex, and my boy Johnny, I know you're watching. They were saying that the East and West Wilmeros, when it started, that we were getting together. Everybody was all love.
Yeah.
Supposedly, the rumor has it that it was over a high now. And then
And I'm on the east side, homie. Don't mean to interrupt you, but that's a we hear about that shit from my barrio about that war over here because it's a big war. And shout out to the homies from Wimas, you know, diehard motherfuckers.
Yeah,
like
bro.
that's all we heard that they're with the motherfucking business, you know. To hear two groups of brown brothers going at it like that, like man,
Yeah.
and both sides got killers, like that's fucked up.
It is, man. It is. And here you have the movie Troy. Homeboy steals homeboy's wife. And talking about, I give my life. Bitch, you ain't about to give shit. You know what I'm saying? His brother got taken out because of him. All over some panocha. Like,
Some panocha.
fuck, bro. Oh, okay.
Especially back then.
Oh, yeah, especially back then.
Back then, that shit was poof.
Exactly. Fuck.
Old school.
Yeah, okay. That was a good one. Okay, now, but Gladiator, that motherfucker had his family killed and even his son killed. That's why I love that movie, because I like at the very end the way he took that motherfucker out. It was Marcus Aurelius, but what was Caesar's name? That goofy motherfucker that played the Joker. Joaquin Phoenix. But what was his name in the movie? Do you remember?
He was in that movie?
Yes, he was the Caesar.
Oh, the brother. You know what I'm thinking about? What's his name? The other.
Commodus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And he slept with his own sister, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Ese cabrón.
Yep.
Sick bastard. I mean, like with all that power and all that pussy, and you want to bone your sister.
That's the way that side is.
That's the way love goes. Wow. Oh well. Fuck.
That.
She was all over his fierro.
Damn.
Okay. What's another movie like that? That's good, man. I do have both of those on Blu-ray. I really, you know which movie I didn't like? People are gonna hate me for this one. I couldn't get into 300. Is it 300 or 3,000?
300.
300.
Yeah.
I couldn't get into that one.
It's too fucking like not sci-fi, but
It was everything was black in front of the green screen, and everything was just like one color. It was like red or something.
Yeah.
I just couldn't get into it. Did you enjoy that one?
I mean, I enjoyed the fucking like what you're saying, the green screen shit. But the storyline, I mean, come on, homie, like, nah.
And you know that everybody in there had a six-pack?
Yeah,
Everybody.
everybody.
Yeah. So, in the barrio, do we have guys with six-packs?
I don't know one homie with the 6-pack. That's his pistol. For real. Let me see your 6-pack, homie. The Modelo or the Coronas? Which one?
Yeah, I got the keg, homie.
Yup.
Fuck. You know what, man? I miss the 80s and I miss the 90s, but I would fucking say, though, one thing I don't miss, all the fucking killings.
Yeah.
You know, but again, you know, we're in the 2000s, so honestly, thank God that I'm still here to talk about it.
Definitely, homie.
You know what's funny? Because what was the year? I think it was 2020. Remember, in Back to the Future was done in the 80s, and when he was going to the future, it was the year 2020.
Yeah.
And 2015, and we've already surpassed that shit. Damn, we're actually in the future. Now, let me ask you this, Marvelous. If you can go back for one day in your life, what would it be? Would it be elementary, junior high school, or high school? If you can go back one day and see yourself, just to watch yourself.
To watch myself? Damn.
Would it be at least in the high school years, middle school years, or elementary?
I mean, it would depend if I was able to talk to myself, but I mean, yeah, in 1992 on my birthday, I would go back to that day, you know, when I got my first tattoo, bro. And I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing, Daniel?
You would?
Yeah.
Okay, so you would actually talk to yourself?
Yeah.
Wow.
Save myself so much fucking pain.
Wow. To me, I know it would be high school. And my only message would be I would have to wait to catch me alone because I was a dickhead around all my friends. I would tell me to listen to your mom. You know, listen to your mom. Because my mom watched out for me. There were times where dudes were going to fucking jump me at the swap meet, and we had to stand. Agarró un tubo. She took a pole and hit every motherfucker over the head. Boom. That's all you heard. Boom, boom. And they were like fucking grabbing their fucking heads because they were trying to fuck me up. I was only maybe like 13 years old.
Damn.
And they were from Long Beach, and they were like, "Where you from, fool? Where you from, fool?" Before I could even say anything, boom, boom, fucked all those dudes up.
My grandpa would get me and my enemies. If we were at school and he found out some shit, he would get me and that dude and have us box.
No,
have us get down.
really?
Yeah, yeah. We couldn't fucking get up. Like, there's a couple of times where we're fucking tired, homie. Like, I can't fight no more. I'm fucking tired. We're both bloody. Like, what do you want me to do? Finish that fucking shit. Finish it. Like, you can't do it. Like,
Wow. And I know on your very first interview here, I know you studied some martial arts.
Yeah.
Have you ever had to use some of that shit on the street?
I think like one fucking fight, bro, and that was when I was very early on studying it. When I had a fight and I thought I was gonna use it, and I can't fucking use this shit. Every fight and every fight too, you're gonna end up on the fucking ground, you know. So I mean, it's good to know jujitsu or whatever, but you're not right here thinking of what this fucking dude's gonna do, because that motherfucker probably doesn't know how to fight himself. You know what I mean? So you really gotta go. Me, personally, I'm short, so I had to go for the kill shot.
Okay.
You know, I'm coming for your fucking mouth or your neck, or where I know it's gonna hurt you, your fucking kidneys, or I'm taking you down to the ground. You know, I'm gonna pull you up on your fucking ankles and take you to the ground and beat the shit out of you. I'm not gonna give you no chance, homie. Like,
Right. No,
know?
that's the way it should be.
yeah,
You know, I seen that video when that one dude tried to swing at you when he came to your crib.
that motherfucker's 6'1". And then how you gonna do it? And I'm not even mad at that. I'm mad at the whole thing. Like, you couldn't show me the decency and motherfucking respect, homie, to say, hey, let's get down. Like, and knowing that you're like 2 times my size.
So he just tried to cold cock you.
Yeah, try to cold cock me like that. Why you gonna do that shit? You know?
You got that motherfucker good, bro.
The whole video is not even on there, and that video wasn't even supposed to be on there. But anyways, yeah, that was self-defense or whatever. You know what I mean? I'm not promoting any fucking violence or none of that shit.
No, that's all good. It's all good. We'll release the video tomorrow. But anyway.
Thanks, Tony. Thank you, man.
All good. Are you a big MMA? Is it MMA or UFC? What is it?
I know. What is it?
MMA general, martial arts.
Okay, that's where McGregor and all those guys fight, right?
Oh,
Okay,
all right.
okay. So it's MMA. Are you a big fan of that?
I like watching. I watch. There's one called Satan's Backyard. So it's like fucking real fish shit. I like
Satan's Backyard.
Yeah, that shit's on YouTube. It's great. Those fights are fucking real.
Does Satan never
You
show
know?
up?
I don't know, man. But
Wow.
it's fucking pretty. It's pretty dope. Like all the fights, like the Canelo and all that shit. I mean,
Yeah, he's fighting tomorrow.
yeah, he's fighting tomorrow.
Triple G.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. It's just I just feel like that shit's not real, man. It's not real.
I fucking agree with you. And it's on the zone or whatever. I'm not watching that shit.
I'm not gonna pay for that shit.
Yeah,
The fuck?
if somebody has a fire stick, then maybe. But they boot you off anyways. But and it's the third fight, and Canelo won. What he won both of them, huh?
No,
won-
well, Triple G won. No.
No, he never did. He won.
no?
Canelo won both of them.
Decision, though.
Yeah, but both of them by decision. But I'm thinking he won twice. The guy, I don't think he's gonna beat him the third time. I don't think Triple G. What is it? OG, Triple OG? Is that what it is? Okay, just Triple
Yeah,
G.
he's from Kazakhstan, right?
Yeah, where Borat's from.
Kazakhstan is gonna be the capital when the New World Order is official and they sign over the last rights. That's gonna be the capital of the world, Kazakhstan.
For reals?
Yeah.
Are you
Because-
prophesying that or?
No, I know for a fact. You could look it up.
Damn. So Borat's in luck.
Yeah, that whole capital, like the buildings, the top of the buildings are gold. Like everything's fucking super, it's crazy, super futuristic. You can see that shit. Cars driving by themselves. I don't even think that you can go visit that. If you wanted to go visit over there, you can't go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. As far as changing the subject here a little bit, as far as tattooing, have you seen those? I don't know exactly what it is, but I've seen some people that now they have like lights. They have lights. Have you seen those? They're tattoos, but they light up almost like lights.
No, that's Photoshop, bro. I have that on my profile. There's a dude that does it.
Okay, so it's not real.
Nah,
then,
that's
right?
not real. There's glow in the dark tattoos, but you gotta be under a black light. A lot of people think when you tattoo them that they're gonna be.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can't walk around looking like a glowworm.
Nah.
Okay.
Nah.
Okay, let me see. Not yet. Okay, I'm gonna open this up.
Yeah. See.
That right there. What is that? That's an app.
Yeah, that's some dude does them. So he made a couple for me.
Sure.
Yeah, he's pretty dope. Tattoo for light at Instagram.
So like light bright.
Yeah, it looks pretty dope though.
Okay. That's cool. And has anybody called you to travel to go give them a tattoo? As
Yeah.
far as like, okay. And have you done it?
No, not yet. People have offered me to go stay at their booking place or get a hotel room where I could do a tattoo party in their area and shit like that.
For reals?
Yeah, dope.
How can, okay. I mean, I don't know. So I'm just asking. Because I see other guys that do tattoos and they go on like tours and conventions and shit.
Yeah.
How come you don't do that?
I just don't feel I'm up to par. I think I do okay work, but I don't think that I'm that artist yet. I don't know, bro. I don't do portraits. I can do a portrait, but I feel if somebody could do something better than me, like you should go to them, bro.
Who did the one right here on the side right here?
Oh, that was the homeboy Orcs. Orcs just shout out to Orcs. Orcs Tattoos. Orcs_tattoos. He just opened his own shop. Ran into him at the mall. Shout out to Orcs. One of my favorite artists. Yeah, he's a great art. That's a person that's he's versatile. He could write and fucking do artwork. Some people can't do that. Or a lot of tattoo artists can't do that. They could either write and they can't do art, or they could do art and they can't fucking write for shit. But he's good at both. See, he's good at being in conventions. I like to just see the artists, see what's new out there, and it's fucking dope shit. Look how the progress of tattooing. How like, come on, they could put that shit in your skin now. Like that shit's crazy.
I know. Yeah, I know. Because I be seeing some shit, be like, fuck, that's just amazing. I wouldn't want to get any, but I just think that shit's fucking amazing.
Hell yeah.
So I remember one time when I filmed Mr. Cartoon, I told him, can he pretend he's giving me a tattoo? So we took a picture. Everybody thought I just got a tattoo from him, but I didn't get no tattoo. It was weird because he put TA right here, and he he got the needle, whatever it's called, and so everybody thought it was. So I came home with it, just with the marker TA, and I remember as I'm driving, my son is looking at me and he says, Dad, I know you ain't got no tattoos, but that looks weird. Can you wash it off right now? And I said, are you serious? I go, give me one of those wipes over there. And I took that motherfucker off. It was weird because he had never seen me like that.
Yeah.
So, but you know what's funny? I get compliments for not having tattoos at the gym.
Yeah, tattoos became a trend, man. Tattoos are became what the fuck they weren't supposed to become. Tattoos are supposed to be a rite of passage, or at least supposed to fucking mean something. Now they don't mean shit. You could get blasted. I'll post your tattoo up, and there's gonna be fucking 50 messages of people want the same shit and willing to pay for it. Yeah.
He says SpongeBob. Okay. Okay. Well, you know what? Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and open up the phone lines.
Open up the phone line.
Okay, go ahead, Alex. You want to go ahead and the super chat? Give a shout out.
Yeah. The guy is his name is Rascal 805.
Okay.
He donated $10. He said, "My boy Marvelous got them putazo hands, and Tony got them DJing hands."
Oh, thank you, man.
Thank you, homie. Appreciate you, dog.
One day, now let me ask you this. Let me say this because somebody asked me, Tony, are you ever going to get down on the turntables? Yes, but if I do, it's going to have to be vinyl. I'm not going to do it on Serato.
I want to hear that shit.
Yeah, I'm not going to do it on Serato because that's what's going to separate me from everybody else. And I'm going to use a regular mixer. I'm not going to use a mixer that has, Christmas tree lights on it and shit, okay? Yes, I'm not going to do that. That's what's going to separate me, make me different. I can invite a modern day DJ today to my house, set up my turntables, not turn to the side because I've never done that. Regular style, long ass mixer, cutting and scratching. I invite people, but I'm not going to have Christmas light mixer, okay? With the lights and, hey, okay, boom, 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 boom. I don't do that shit, bro. So.
What do you like to DJ, bro? Like, what do you like to mix?
Everything, bro, everything. I mean, because growing up.
80s disco, deep out.
Yes, bro, everything. And I'll tell you why. Because growing up, you couldn't just be one DJ. If you wanted to get hired for a backyard party, a hall party, a club party, everything you had to play everything. If you had to play high energy, fucking from Taps, Living on Videos, Lime, You're My Magician. If you wanted to play house like Technotronic, or even some hip house. If you wanted to play rap, if you wanted to play some electro funk like Planet Rock, play at your own risk, pack jam, jam the box, you have to learn how to mix everything in all kinds of different tempos. The hardest ones to mix were the live drummers. Like if you got like the Gap Band, if you got like Earth, Wind and Fire, those are all live drummers. So they're not all going to be on time like a drum machine does a rap song. So you have to ride the record, speed it up, and maybe even slow it down a little bit so you can mix it. It's all about, can you keep the dance floor packed? It's not about you don't know how to mix it, so you just go and then throw the next song on, or end it with an explosion, throw the next song on. That's what all these fake ass DJs do today. So, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, another super chat from DJ. He all it says is DJ, and he donated $9.99.
$9.99. That's 10 top ramens.
Hey, you know what? I earlier somebody was making some stupid comments. They said Tony A is whack. So I put a poll up and I asked, is Tony A whack? And 210 votes, 77% said hell no. And 23% said yes, but I'm a hater, so I don't count.
Okay, well, if he's still watching, no hard feelings. Here's my thing. At least call in and define whack.
Yeah, what is whack? And why,
Yeah, are you talking about whack 100?
Yeah.
At least define it. Don't just say, he's whack, I don't like him. My girl likes him.
Yeah.
I told him to stop wearing tank tops. So, anyways.
Stop posting memes.
Stop posting memes, you horny bastard.
Fucking meme
So,
king.
yeah. My girl's all wet because of you. So, anyways, go ahead, bro. Put up the number. So, yeah, we'll definitely take some calls. Make sure you guys to define whack. Okay.
It's whack.
Yeah, what is whack? Is the number up? Okay, there we go. Oh, shit. You know what? I didn't even connect it to the Roadcaster. Okay, let's see if it works. Caller, your name and where are you calling from? Caller. Okay, we're connected. All right. Caller, call back. I'm going to try it again, Alex, with the Roadcaster. What happened? Okay, you're over here bullshitting. Okay, let's see. Connected. Let me see. Connecting. Okay, it's connected. Let's go again. Caller, your name and where are you calling from? Caller. Oh, I thought I heard his voice.
I could hear something?
Yeah, I could hear something
this side's
too.
on, this side's on, and this side's not.
No, Norbert. Calmate. Okay. Let me try it again. Okay.
Yeah, Norby.
Hold on. I'm going to connect it again, Alex. Make sure it's connected over there, okay? It should be connected right now. See it? Okay, it's connected. Let's try it one more time. Caller, your name and where you calling from? Now they hung up. The fuck? Okay, here we go. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
How's it going? This is Gio calling from San Francisco Bay Area. How's it going, y'all?
What's up, my brother? How you doing, man?
Yeah. I had a question for Mr. Marvelous.
What's up, homie?
I was wondering. I know you bring up a lot about the doctrine of blacks, Native Americans, and Hispanics being the Israelites. I was wondering if you have a lot of knowledge on that. Have you actually got connected to any of the guys like you see on the street that be preaching, like any of those camps at all?
Oh yeah, bro. I have. People think that I start off I started off with them or anything or something like that. But I actually didn't, bro. I'm studied. I don't want to say by myself, but not with the camps that you see on there, like Sakari. There's a lot of different camps, but yeah, I have spoken to some of those gentlemen. They're very well versed on the stuff that they know, and I respect them, bro. You know what I mean? And when I speak about this, there's a separation in the indoctrinational system that separates black and brown, but there's no such thing as black and brown. You're either melanated or contain melanin, or you don't. And that's what it is. There's no black and brown, bro. The more melanin, you know, which is composed of carbon, the same as the sun, that's it's beneficial towards you, to you, or whatever. And those are considered the I mean, not all melanated people, I'm gonna say, you know, because you could get some of that from your mother through the pheno. But I mean, that's basically what I'm trying to say, bro. You know what I mean? But yeah, I do know some of the brothers from the camps, and as well as you know, Raza, a lot of Raza actually, than the brothers or so-called brothers. You know what I mean? But yeah, bro, yeah.
Has anyone tried to like get you to join their camp or their church or whatever?
Yeah, bro. All the way from New York. I've had the New York camp. Like 3 of them hit me up to join their camp. But no disrespect to any of them, bro. I'm not down to join like a camp. I don't see it like that. Like I want to learn from all of them. You know what I mean? If I could learn anything from any of them, I don't want to say, oh, I'm from this camp or I'm associating myself, because there's friction with them too, just like gangs. You know what I mean? Some of them think that they're smarter than the other ones, and no disrespect to them, but I see the in-house fighting with them, and I don't like that, bro. You know what I mean? Let's just fucking further our knowledge. Let's push this truth out there, and let's get it done, because our opposition ain't fucking around. They're straight out trying to kill us, and we're gonna be right here bickering and fighting over some dumb shit. Like, let's do this shit. We're either gonna do it or we're not.
Right.
But hey, thanks for calling in, homie. I appreciate you, bro.
Thank you. All right, y'all.
All right, thank you. Let's keep it pushing. We got some more calls. We had a lot of fucking missed calls. Want to apologize to all those that called earlier. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Hey, what's up, bros? My name's Pedro. I'm coming from San Jose, California.
San Jose.
Myself, salute to all Raza listening. Shout out to you guys too. 3 quick things. For one, Triple G won first fight, but he got robbed. And
Okay.
The second, I got 2 questions real quick. I don't know if I'm pretty sure you guys have touched on this before, but you guys believe that there's that when people take certain drugs, you open your third eye or so? Just because quick little story. Back then, me, my jefita, and my mom's sister, we all used to be on Vikings or Norcos, and we all lived pretty far, like about an hour away from each other, but yet we would all see these fucking demons, dog, every time we'd be on it, you know? And then second question is, do you guys believe that if there's that spirit that's causing harm out in the street? Because in my neighborhood where I live, people couldn't see this little boy on top of trees and houses, but and all of a sudden, all these people around my neighborhood are committing suicide, blowing their brains out, hanging themselves. You know, people committing murder, and it's just, you know, trippy shit. But I mean, I don't know, and people couldn't see this kid around, you know, different houses and stuff. So, just a question for both of you.
Okay, I don't understand the second one. What was the second question?
Oh, do you guys believe that there's evil spirits just roaming the streets, going bouncing from house to house?
Okay.
How do you call it? Ruining homes?
Okay.
Go ahead.
Let me say this. I'll answer the second one. Yes, I truly do believe that there's evil spirits, bro. I truly do believe, but in my opinion, I believe you have to welcome them in. There has to be a door that's open for them to come in. They could just not come in and say, oh, there's an empty home. No, there has to be some type of invitation.
Right.
And many times that I've seen, it is the door that people leave open is the drugs that they bring into their home. And from what I have learned, that invites evil spirits in. You know, many times it could just be hate amongst the family. That invites evil spirit in.
Right.
So many things, yes, I think can invite evil spirits. You know, the scriptures say that Satan roams to and fro on the earth seeking whom he may devour. So yes, I do believe that evil spirits do come into homes when they are allowed in. So, Marvelous.
Right. Is this because? Well, my bad. Sorry for interrupting, Marvelous. like I said, people couldn't see this thing outside in the neighborhood in my apartment complex, and all these bad things start happening. Like I said, a lot of suicides, whether it's from guns or hanging themselves or stabbing, shootings, like, and this is all within like a 13-second walk around radius. You know what I mean? So it's just a trip. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. That could be so answer your question, homie. Yeah, definitely there's spirits, and you do open portals or doors. You want to call them doors, by consuming certain narcotics. Right. But yeah, that what you're talking about right there, that other one, pay attention to all the videos that are going to be coming forward of the duendes or the their shapeshifters or what do you call them, skinwalkers. Right, and that could be what people are seeing or whatever, because those bring a straight energy, bro. Like those people see, like I said it on one of the interviews or one of the conversations that we had about oh my God, where am I gonna go? My mind is going everywhere with this. People are dumbed down, bro. Like people don't see this the world spiritually or like a thing of frequency. Like that shit's energy, bro. That shit's all energy. There's good energy, bad energies, all that shit, and all that shit's like bad energy, bro. And the more you fucking invite that shit into your spirit, whether it's your home or you specifically, that shit's gonna take over, homie.
Yeah. All right, caller. We got a lot more calls. So thank you, man, for calling in.
No doubt.
Thank you, homie.
Hopefully,
thank you for your guys' information. Appreciate y'all.
Thank you. Let's keep it pushing. I apologize for those callers. We're trying to get you guys in. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
This is Julio from Napa Khalifa, and I have a question for both of you. Bay Area, yeah. I want to know. I was gonna ask if you guys are reading any books right now, and were you guys reading? And Marvelous, would you go to the No Jumper show if they invited you to spit some game on that?
Okay, so your first question was what books are we reading?
Yeah.
You know,
if you guys are reading any books right now.
Right now, I have no book specifically, but anything that's beneficial and that's going to feed my spirit, bro, and it's going to help me grow in wisdom and in knowledge, and not just for me to hoard, but for me to bless others, I will read it. Right now, I would say if I were to pick up a book right now, it's probably from one of my favorite authors, and a lot of people may not have ever heard of him. Look him up, and his name is Leonard Ravenhill, and you could pick a book. There's one that I really like called Why Revival Tarries, and it's a very, very encouraging book. I almost felt, Marvelous, honestly, like John the Baptist wrote that book.
Hey, when you were in school, bro, did they ever fucking have you read White Fang and The Hobbit?
The Hobbit, yes.
Or Anne Frank?
Anne Frank, yes.
Yeah, those are why they always have us read that same shit for decades.
Yeah, I have no idea, bro. Yeah. What book, if any?
Okay, so books. I'm not really reading any book right now. Or nothing that is catching my attention at the moment, bro. I do read books though, but as the other question, yeah, I would go on that show. You know what I mean? Hell yeah. You know, I think one person on that show that has his and I call it like I don't know if it's a mini podcast or whatever, but the Sharp Tank with that dude Sharp, he's a very articulated person. Like he knows how to articulate himself to the public or whatever. I like how he goes in on a lot of people and shit. He tears these girls up that swear up and down that they're the one.
Talking shit to him.
Yeah. But yeah, I would go on it. I wouldn't mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that would be dope, man.
All right, appreciate you, dog.
All right,
thanks.
you guys have a good night.
You too,
You
homie.
too, bro. Let's keep it pushing.
Shout out to the Bay Area.
Yes. Caller, your name or where are you calling from? Caller, we're going to give it up to three.
Yo, this is Robert calling from Nebraska. I have a question for Marvelous Inc.
Okay.
Hey, Marvelous, they talk about you making your podcast, which I think it would be a super good idea. If you did start your podcast, who would you want to interview first? Is there anybody in particular you would like to interview in your show if you make a podcast?
I'm going to help him. So he's got to interview. No, I'm only playing. But I will help him. I will.
I would interview you, but I would. Sorry. To shout out to Nebraska. Thank you for tapping in, homie. I would interview Tony, but I wouldn't interview him like everybody else, I would get deeper into like a story, probably stuff that he wouldn't want to talk about. So it might be awkward for him. But a lot of on his childhood, you know what I mean? Like I'm sure he has a lot of wisdom to share that he hasn't shared. I know that he probably keeps a lot of stuff in that would probably benefit the youth.
See, and that's where I want to be challenged. David Rocha somewhat did that.
Yeah, that's what I seen. That's why I like that one, bro.
And that's what I would like to be, because some people they just touch the surface. They just want to talk about DJing, music, mixtapes and stuff. But sometimes you want to go deeper in a person's life. So, yeah.
But other than
it would
that,
be a good idea, Marvelous.
I appreciate that, bro. Thank you, homie.
And yeah, I have a second question. There's a boxing match coming up here soon. Who do you got? Do you got Triple G or Canelo? By the way, Triple G in Mexico, he gets more support than Canelo. That's pretty crazy, man.
Why is that?
I'm gonna keep it real, man. It's because the color of it's because he's kind of white. But
Irish.
I don't think people here like people here don't realize that in Jalisco, if you go there and visit some parts over there, there's like Hispanics or Mexicans that look German. That's how they're born over there. But yeah, he's actually like a Mexican because he talks really good Spanish. But yeah,
he does have
Triple G gets more support.
He does have a huge Mexican fan base over there. But I will say it this way.
Yeah, he definitely.
Oscar de la Hoya is from here, from Islos, okay?
Right.
But you get a Mexican fighter from Mexico to come over here, and he'll outshine Oscar out here, like a Julio Cesar Chavez, like Marco Antonio Barrera, Eric Morales, Juan Manuel Marquez. Bro, like this is their backyard, and why is that?
You remember the Chavez de la Hoya fight?
Yes.
Man, my fucking grandpa was so pissed off. Man,
So was I.
My dad, my uncle. Fuck that shit.
Fuck that motherfucker.
They wanted
Whoop that
Chavez.
trick.
Yeah.
All good in the Nebraska.
Well, I appreciate you guys answering the questions. You have a good night, Tony, and you have a good night, Marvelous.
Hey,
you guys
too,
have
bro.
a good weekend.
Thank you for
brother.
your respect, homie.
Yes, sir.
We got some super chats.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Make it quick, because I got a call. Go ahead.
All right.
Hold on. Caller, give me 1 second. We're going to give some shout-outs. Go ahead.
Okay. We got Memo Juarez. He said shout out to Marvelous. He donated $9.99.
Thank you.
And Rascal 805. He also donated another $9.95. He said, I'm on my way to work. I can't call in, but ask Marvelous and Tony what they think about schools not teaching about the Holocaust anymore. Saludos from Bakersfield.
Okay, well, we'll take that at the very end, okay?
All right.
After our phone calls.
And Denise Garcia donated $10. She said, love the podcast. Keep it going. Great collaboration, Tony A. and Marvelous.
Thank you, Kamal.
Thank you
Alex,
so much.
please remind us of that question, okay? Okay, caller, your name and where you calling from?
What's up? This is Danny from the SGV.
What's up, my brother? How you doing, man?
What's up, Tony? What's up, Marvelous?
What's up, homie?
Marvelous, I got 2 questions for you, bro.
All right.
So first question is, what do you think's going on in Antarctica? You know, like, there's a bunch of theories that Hitler and over there with the Nazis, and there's aliens, and there's Nephilims, and, you know, the longest, peace treaty between all the countries that are going on is in Antarctica, that no one can go there. So, like, I think you touched on it earlier, but in another podcast, but what do you think is going on over there, and why can't we go over there, and what do they have hidden over there in Antarctica?
So the public knows it as Antarctica, but where they're really at is in the Arctic Circle. And speaking on that, Russia just pulled out of their treaty with the other nations. And they're specifically coming out in their newspapers and in their news stations that there is another continent over there under the ice with a whole nother civilization of people that have been living there. And we don't know about them, and they supposedly don't know about us. So that's the new news that's out for people that don't know. So yeah, it's not Antarctica. Antarctica is in the middle of the plain, flat Earth. Go ahead and argue with me. Anybody that wants to debate that. But the Arctic Circle is where they're really at, and that's where Hitler had his base at, and already knew about all that, what they're barely supposedly bringing light to. But yeah, I believe yeah, all that, bro, that you're knowledging yourself about. Yeah, homie, all that shit's true, you know? All that shit's true. People just need to realize and like I said, you know, study. These people that are controlling all this shit, they let you know. They tell you the truth in fucking movies. They tell you the truth in their diaries that are out and as books and all that, but you know, we just don't read.
Cool. Thank you, caller.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Thank you guys. Have a good night.
Appreciate it, homie.
Thank you. And I'm not trying to cut anybody off. It's just that.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are.
Come on.
I'm just shout out to San Gabriel.
Caller, your name and where are you calling from?
Lupa from Grand Junction, Colorado.
Colorado's in the building. What's up, my brother? How you doing, man?
Hey, good. Yourself?
Pretty good, bro. You know, we're just over here drinking a couple of beer, drinking a couple of shots of tequila, and talking to you from Colorado. What's up, my brother? You got a question for Marvelous?
I do. I have a question actually for both of you guys.
Okay.
And it's kind of a scientific question.
Hopefully I can answer.
When I was younger, you know, I'm 45. And so I grew up in the era of, you know, STDs and AIDS and all that stuff. And I remember my uncle, who was, you know, he was an old guy and from the streets and stuff. And he told me one time, you know, he's like, you know, I want you to learn something. I was about 12 years old at this time. He's like, you're going to get to a point where you're going to want to, you know, top or sleep with women, girls, whatever. And he's like, you know, the way you can find out if she has an STD is to put your finger in your ear and then finger her. And if she jumps back, she has an STD. Now, this is old wisdom that was passed down to me from my uncle. I don't know if this is accurate or not. Now, I told all my friends this growing up.
I'm waiting.
And, you know, I told them, you don't even need condoms anymore. All you have to do is put your finger in your ear, finger her, and if she jumps back, she has an STD because there's a reaction with the acids in the ear or something. I don't know. Anyways, they all got, later on in life, they all got locked up. And part of rehabilitation, they had to go through like a sex ed thing. And it was brought up. The instructor had asked them, how can you tell if somebody has an STD? Well, the answer was you can't tell. But my friends were like, oh, you know, my friend's uncle told him that if you stick your finger in your ear and you finger her and she jumps back, that's how you can tell she has an STD. Of course, the lady said, your friend's uncle is wrong. Have you guys ever heard this knowledge? I mean, this is old knowledge. I mean, again, I'm from Colorado. We're from the hills. And this could be some stuff from way back. It could be lost knowledge. Have you guys ever heard this stuff before?
Let me go first. Yes, I did hear about that, and I remember I was in 7th grade that was in the 80s.
No way.
Okay.
Wow.
But you know what? I just think that was, if you ask me, I think that was just a made up shit. I never tried it, and I will never try it. I'll be honest with you, because obviously you got to be careful who you're with. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I heard it. It's just like growing up. Like today, we have dick pills at the liquor store or at the gas station. Okay, and Viagra. Back then, we had something called Spanish Fly, and you had to order it.
The rapper?
No, Spanish Fly. Yeah, Spanish Fly. It was. I guess it was like a capsule, and it was told that it's supposed to get you horny. Like, you can't get horny on your own.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So, I just think that shit was a myth. If you ask me, I've never met anybody that's tried that. But, yes, I've heard that story. So.
I to answer that, bro, I never heard it. This is my first time hearing about it. I was actually going to say it's a Colorado thing. It might be. But Tony's heard about it, so.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's it. So Spanish Fly, yeah. I've heard, and the thing wasn't that it gets you hard. It gets you horny, and I'm like, okay, cool.
But what would the earwax have to do with if it is even earwax?
I don't know, because everybody's earwax is different. And what if you had that fucking nasty green earwax? And what if it just made her jump back because your shit was nasty? Mm-hmm. I don't know. Like, that's why I never.
Yeah.
I don't know, big dog. Hopefully we helped you out.
Thank you for calling, bro. I appreciate you. Shout out to Colorado.
Yes, sir.
Hey, thank you for your time. You guys have a good evening.
You too,
Yes,
bro.
sir. I'm sure he got a laugh at that.
I thought I was waiting for the punchline,
Yeah,
bro. I thought I was
know.
waiting for the joke. I didn't even know that.
Caller, your name or where are you calling from?
Marcos from Huntington Park.
Huntington Park's in the building. What's up, bro?
What up, Tony? What up, Marvelous?
What's up, homie?
What up, bro? I had two questions for you. So, just I've been into the Israelite stuff, bro. I'm the one who got the Chicano neck tattoo from you. But
Oh, that's right.
so what do you think about I heard this that all the Israelites are originally Negro.
Well, that would go again to what I'm saying about melanin and this whole separation of black and brown. There's no separation of black and brown. People like to say, oh, you know, you're jumping on the whole black Hebrew Israelite thing. No, it's not that, bro. That story that comes from the scripture, that's our story. That's our story. Like, I don't know what I showed you when I tatted you. I'm pretty sure I showed you something because I try to teach everybody something. Or, I mean, I don't want to say teach, bro. My bad. But I try to inform. Yeah. I try to inform people about, you know, something, somewhat of either that which we're talking about right now. But it's not. There's no separation between the blacks that are here in the United States and brown as that would be to say Africans from Africa and the blacks that are here. That's a separation. Those are two different tribes. Yeah. They're not from those tribes in Africa, the Hamites or the Kemites. They're whole different people. They contain melanin, yeah, but they're not indigenous. A lot of the blacks that are here are from indigenous tribes, you know, and that's not taught in history. You know, and they don't know where they come from because they haven't educated, you know, they haven't educated us through the decades in the school system and teaching us this is what tribe you came from. A lot of people had to change their last name. A lot of and no disrespect to white people, a lot of white people adopted or said that they were from certain tribes to get a tax break, and they weren't from that tribe. They try to associate themselves with that tribe today. There's even commercials with white people saying that they're from certain tribes, indigenous people, and they're not, bro. What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, I've known.
They're imposters.
Right.
Look, I've known a couple of white people straight up with blue eyes.
Yeah.
Talking about I'm native.
Mm-hmm. Iron jacket. Iron jackass.
Yeah. Hey, there it is. There, got him.
So my next question is just because I've been watching all the camps as well. So just one of the camps said that the Book of Enoch would be considered bullshit because it has no relation to the Bible. So I just want to get your input on that.
Well, let me say something, okay?
Go for it.
With all due respect, with what people think, okay? In my opinion, the Book of Enoch that we're reading today that you could buy at Barnes and Nobles, I don't think that's the one that the Bible's referring to, because in the Bible, they do quote from the Book of Enoch. Mm-hmm. They do. I just don't know if that's the one they're quoting from that you could buy, like I said, at Barnes and Nobles.
Right.
So that's all I'm saying. But does a Book of Enoch exist? Absolutely.
Right.
Because they do quote from it.
Right.
So I do believe that there does exist. Where it's at, I don't know, but I believe it's real. Mm-hmm. So
I second that, bro. I believe it's real, and that's due to my education in scientific stuff, such as frequencies and you know, the firmament and the waters that are above, and the frequency that is considered the watchers that people think are stars today. So, you know.
Now, if I could drop this on your lap. Okay.
Yeah.
There's two types of people. There's futurists and preterists. Preterists believe that the Book of Revelation already passed. Futurists believe that the Book of Revelation is still in the future. I'm a futurist. I believe that the Book of Revelations is still in the future. There are people that believe that it's either going to be Moses or Enoch that come back, or Moses and Elijah that come back. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't want to get into it because.
So what?
But
so all right, yeah, I know what you're saying. So what you're saying, kind of like, it's like when people don't believe in the Old Testament, New Testament, similar to that, to where. I think that's where it's similar. Like they think the Old Testament passed already. It really hasn't.
You know, and here's my thing. I don't refer to the Old Testament as old.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. Still we're living it right now.
Yes, I just do not believe that it's old. I don't know if that's just an American thing that we just called it old. That was old, so we don't do that no more. So, so the dietary laws do not apply to us. God's moral law, the 10 commandments, don't kill, don't lie, don't steal. That was just for the Jews. I mean, we instill that into our kids. Mijo, no digas mentiras, don't lie.
Yeah.
Don't steal. Yeah. So, anyways, I can keep going, bro, pero.
So in scripture, sorry, Tony. So in scripture, the man that was given the commandments or instruction was Moshe, Moses. In the Mexica, his name was Meshi, and that's who led the so-called Aztecs, which the real name was named after Meshi. Adopted the name Mexica. That's where our name is.
Hebrew.
Meaning the chosen. Yes.
Yeah.
All good, man.
Yes,
Thank you, my brother.
Hey, hit me up on my DM, bro, and I'm gonna send you something, homie.
All right, my Issachar brothers. Have a good night.
All right, I appreciate you, though.
Okay, let's keep it pushing. Here we go. Caller, your name and where are you calling from? Caller, I hear you.
What's up? What's up?
What's up, brother? Where are you calling from?
Hey, it's Edgar, and coming out of Napa. And I had actually a question for Marvelous.
Yes, sir.
So earlier you were bringing up the Kazakhstan or the whole New World Order country thing.
Right.
Can you touch up on that more details, or that was really interesting.
Okay, so we're already in the New World Order. It's not a futuristic thing or anything like that. The Constitution essentially doesn't apply to us United States citizens because we live under a corporation that is governed by Congress that hold a puppet in front of them called a president that runs corporations or can be replaced. Free land is run by a king or a queen that you could actually purchase parcels of land, free land. So I'm saying that to say this, bro.
Gotcha.
When the New World Order is finally finalized, and after the whole inciting of rioting and this whole purge thing that's supposed to happen too, out of this whole scarce propaganda that they're gonna do with this another pandemic and the second lockdown, it'll then be finalized and stamped as we're entering a new world order with the whole one world religion, one world governing body, like a army or navy, which is already here, the United Nations, and there will be one capital with one ruler or one president or so-called king, whatever they're going to have a name for him or whatever. And that person's supposed to be the savior that's supposed to stop everything with these fucking powers that he's supposed to have. And that's supposed to be the Antichrist. But Kazakhstan will be the capital.
Gotcha.
Kazakhstan will be the capital of the New World Order. Look it up on YouTube, bro, or Google.
Okay. What would you look up on YouTube or stuff like that?
Type in the name of Kazakhstan. You could type in New World Order, or you could type in new capital, capital of New World Order, or you could type in Kazakhstan and just read up on everything, how the city was built, what it was built for, the technology that's put into the city, and why it's put there or placed, and why certain nations cannot visit or go visit, or only allowed on supervised visits like North Korea.
Okay, good, cool. Yeah, I do a lot of studying and I've read and stuff like that. So that's like a topic I've never actually heard of. So thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Hey, whatever.
And much love to you, Tony, with everything. And what were you saying?
Thank you, homie. I appreciate you calling in. But I want to say, whatever you do find out, if you do find out, let me know. Put me up on some game, bro. If you can share some wisdom with me of anything that you find out that I might not already know.
Okay, for sure. Yeah, sounds good. Thank you so much. And buenas noches. Much love.
Yeah.
To both of you.
Yes, sir. Let's keep it pushing. We got a couple of more minutes. Let's see. Caller, your name and where are you calling from?
From Almonte.
How you doing?
Good, and yourself?
Oh, I'm blessed right now. You got a question for me or
That's
Marvelous?
right. Yes, for Marvelous, I just was interested in what he thought Christians celebrating Halloween, but they call it Harvest.
Yeah, I'm totally against it. But then again, I'm against Christianity too, or any man-made religion. That doesn't follow Torah. It doesn't follow the real scriptures. It actually teaches you how to sin. No disrespect to Christianity, but there's no such thing as the Old Testament or New Testament. It's one book of law, statutes, and commandments that still stand. You can't just go get baptized and say the prayer, and all of a sudden you're going to be led into the one gate that they say there is into heaven. No, there's 12 gates. And you're going to be judged on your sin, point blank, period. So
yes, I do believe in like, oh, just because that one time you asked for forgiveness, I believe that's something you should practice, like, to be a better person.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, but I'm against all of those. I mean, all of these holidays are all paganism. Yeah.
I don't know if that answers your question.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Shout out to Almani.
Yes. Okay, let's keep it pushing. I bet. Who's calling? Caller, your name or where are you calling from?
Hey, I'm Johnny calling from Albuquerque.
Burke in the house.
This is Johnny calling from Albuquerque.
Yes, sir. How you doing?
All right. How about you guys? Anyways, I heard Marvelous talking about that Aztecs came from Nevada, or no, Utah. What makes you say that, or not questioning you or nothing like that? Pero, you know what I'm saying?
Well, the evidence of Oh, go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
No. Go ahead.
The evidence of our migration, bro. Stuff that still stands there. The cenotes that we were at. And the cenotes that we followed along our way on our journey. The cenotes, I mean, those were certain lakes that we read the stars from using the sacred gematria. But yeah, bro, there's so much evidence. If you want to contact me through my DM, I could shoot you some info and you could further your knowledge, bro. And also I'll share a couple of books that you could if you're a reader, you could study and write all these things down and see what conclusion you come up with.
Right on. Because I was just I don't know what a DM or not. I think I know but anyways, I'll get to the bottom of that because I'm from New Mexico.
That's right. Yeah.
I was sure that they came from here. You know what I'm saying? Because of the white sands and it's just. But yeah, I'll do that and we'll keep in touch and maybe you can answer this on the air real quick. What's up with that Hebrew stuff I just heard you talking about? I never heard that. What is that? And if you can answer that on the air, and you guys are hard to get a hold of, but I got through it. And gracias, Tony, and gracias, Marvelous.
Yeah. Hey, so if you need to reach me, you could reach me on my cell phone. It's always on my Instagram. If you do have somebody that has an Instagram or you yourself, you could text me, or feel free to call at a decent hour, and I will entertain a conversation with you, bro.
Look, hold on, very quickly.
Go for it.
Say you don't have Instagram, okay?
Right.
On the description of this video, you can click on it, and it'll say Marvelous Instagram. Click on it. Even if you don't have one, it'll show you his Instagram, and once you get to his Instagram, it'll have his number.
Right.
So you can call him. So that's...
So,
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, so the whole Hebrew thing is that we are the chosen ones. That story, the story of the scriptures and all that, that's our story. That's our story. Like, whether it was robbed or stolen or you want to say that we were specifically and this is how we got here, that's us. People can go ahead and debate me all day and, let's do it. Prove me wrong.
No. I just had never heard of that, and that sounds pretty crazy. Not crazy, but it's
interesting.
I would have never. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah. When I heard all this years ago, bro, I was just like everybody else coming against me, bro. Like, man, shut the hell up, homie. Like, you sound stupid as shit, dog. Until I actually read and I actually studied, and it didn't happen overnight. It happened in some years, bro, not even a decade, of me studying and continuously going back and rereading things just to see if it was still there, if I still felt the same, if it had to do with the place I was dealing with in my life. Like, why did I disagree so fucking hard? And I came to the term that, I disagreed so hard or had this cognitive dissonance because I was taught something for so fucking long. It's not going to change anybody's mind overnight, it's going to take just as long to reteach and re-educate our people who they fucking truly are special.
There it is there, bro.
Yeah. Thank you, man. You seem like a very smart vato, man.
I appreciate you,
Thank
bro.
you, man.
All my respect.
You guys have a good night.
Yeah. You too, homie.
Listen, let's keep it pushing. We missed like 15 phone calls. Here we go. Caller, your name, or where are you calling from? Caller.
Hello, this is Wong from Wong Chinese. I have an order of on chicken, beef broccoli, a sweet and sour chicken lo mein, and order of ribs. It's ready for you to pick up.
That's right. We want that shit because I'm fucking hungry right now.
This is the number you gave me for order.
That's
Your
right.
order has been ready for half an hour.
Yes, Chang. So thank you for calling.
No, please, no. This is the number you give me on the order. You need to pick order up.
Chang, I know. But I also ordered 2 young
You
men.
cannot deliver.
Bro.
You have to come to
I
Wong
also
Chinese
ordered
restaurant.
1 Dong Long. So anyways, and that King
But don't
Kong.
order ever again.
Yes, sir. Never order again.
Whole restaurant. Not
Okay.
to accept from you. You
Yes.
are a terrible person.
Yeah, exactly. Terrible
That's
person.
dope.
And
That's
you
a
know what?
dope-ass
I also
acting.
ordered a Chingao.
The Chingao.
Here we go. Don't fuck with me because I'm quick.
That was dope.
Here we go. Caller, your name. Where you calling from?
Shout out to homeboy. That's dope.
Caller, your name. Where you calling from?
Hello. I wanted to ask about how do you know if you have the carbon, the melanin?
Wait.
How would you know if you have that in you?
Oh, well, how would you know?
Yeah, I mean, like you're saying, there's certain races
Okay.
Okay, so
that have the melanin in them.
Well, first of all, let me ask you, where you calling from, bro?
Oklahoma.
Okay. Take this one.
Okay. So melanin, I mean, there's a lot of people that don't know if they have it or not. And that's where you really have to look at a person's blood, have a blood scan done and see if you have a good high amount of plasma in your blood, stuff like that, because not everybody's going to contain melanin, because throughout the decades that has changed, decades that's changed through whoever the male's having intercourse with, such as your father. If your father is with a more or a non-melanated woman, which would be a Caucasian woman, of course that child is gonna get that phenol from her, or lose or lack melanin. You know what I mean? So I mean, you sound Caucasian, no disrespect, but if you go out in the sun, do you get you could ask yourself, I'm not gonna ask you personally, bro, but does your skin bump up from the sun? Because that in itself, if you want to go through scripture, bro, that would be a curse, unto your bloodline of being a Gentile or Goyim. You get what I mean?
Okay. Yeah. I had one more quick one real quick.
Yeah, bro.
I've been trying to get in for a few days. Spill what you got on Bigfoot.
What was that?
Bigfoot.
Spill
Yeah.
Bigfoot. Anything you got to say about Bigfoot?
I know you got something.
Okay, well, let me ask you this, bro, because I grew up with a father that believed in Bigfoot. He believed in humanoids. He believed that one day Jesus will come back in a UFO. Like, I love my father, but that's just what he believed. But first and foremost, I want to ask you this. Do you believe in Bigfoot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not for any certain reason. Just I believe there's other things out there.
Okay, I want to say this, bro. Maybe you understand me. I want to believe. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to tell you why I want to believe, because my father's no longer here.
Right.
I want to believe that the stories he told me were true. But the Bigfoot was just almost like a boogeyman.
Yeah.
He never told me where Bigfoot was from, where Bigfoot was seen. Bigfoot. All we have is one picture of Bigfoot.
Mm-hmm. That same one, huh?
That same one from the 70s. And he's doing the Heisman Trophy.
Yeah.
Pose. You know what I'm saying? So, if my father was here, I'd tell him, no, I don't believe. But he'll probably tell me, Antonio, tú no sabes lo que estás hablando. You don't know what you're talking about. But I don't believe in Bigfoot. Marvelous, do you believe in Bigfoot?
Man, a lot of these things, like, the Loch Ness Monster and all that shit.
We have one picture of the Loch Ness Monster, and his arm looks like this.
And all of them are one picture.
One picture.
Of this and that. So, you know what I do believe in, though? I mean, but I don't want to change it. But Bigfoot, I believe that there's mutations out there that the government has created hybrids
Yes.
of certain animals, such as mixing a bear with a wolf or whatever the hell, or whatever. I do believe that, bro, but not the Bigfoot, the man in the costume, or none of that stuff. I don't believe in that. You know what I do believe in though is what I was gonna say is the Leviathan. I believe in that, bro. I believe that shit is deep in the ocean, and that shit is
and the Leviathan is actually mentioned in the Bible.
Right.
Yes. So I hopefully that answers your question, bro.
I appreciate you calling in, bro. Thank you.
Yeah, that was cool. I appreciate the show, and now that you can call in, it's even cooler.
Cool.
So have a
Thank
good
you, bro.
night.
You have a good night, bro.
Bro, you know what? The majority of our phone calls are all out of state, bro.
That's dope.
Yeah, here we go. Caller, your name or where are you calling from?
Hey, this is Henry calling from Fontana.
What's up, my brother? How you doing, man?
Hey, how you doing, man? Hey, much respect to you and Daniel, man. You guys are doing it big, bro. Hey, I got a few questions, though. I got more questions than the cops, bro.
Oh, hell no.
Okay, just two questions, my brother. Just two. Keep it to 2 questions.
Got more questions?
No, all right. All right, first question. Tony, you know, I've been watching your stuff, and what do you think about the whole cancel culture thing? You know, as far as people using their platforms to get canceled for saying things. How do you feel about that?
Oh, you're talking about the cancel culture, right? Bro.
Correct, yes.
Okay. Let me say.
Because I got something for you, bro. I got something for you. Go ahead.
No, you know what? I'm glad you're saying that, bro. And I'm glad you're challenging me. I like to be challenged, okay? I don't know if this is going to answer your question, but let me say this. I truly feel that freedom of speech has been taken away from us. I mean, I know we have our constitutional rights, but we are not allowed to voice our opinion anymore because we'll be canceled, okay? If we say anything, say that somebody tells me, Tony, you know, how do you feel about the gay community? Do you feel that it's right? Hypothetically, I say, I don't agree with it. I could be canceled. I could be canceled. And here's the crazy part. I have gay friends, and I love them, bro. I love them.
How much?
Okay?
I'm just playing with you.
Well, you know what? I love them to at least to tell them the truth that I don't agree with that. But I also love them enough to tell them this. I don't agree with the prostitute. I don't agree with the drug dealer. I don't agree with the gang member.
Right.
Okay, but that's my thing, bro. I just feel that we lost our freedom of speech. So as far as us being truly honest, we've lost that, and we could be canceled at any fucking time. So do I agree with it? Go ahead.
My bad. So here was where I was going with it, because you know there was something that was said last time when Marvelous was on there. Well, not for big deal. The time before that, the first time he was on there, he had someone had questioned about the whole LGBT thing and whatnot. And your comment was, "Hey, I don't want to be canceled." And look, I love you guys. I love what you're doing, but to me, it's like, hey, we still got to stand up for what we still believe, regardless of we get canceled or not. That's how I feel.
Yes.
Now, I don't have a platform, bro, so I don't, I'm not going out there, I'm not being threatened to be canceled, but I feel like it sucks that you can't even state your opinion, and we can't even hear where Tony stands on that. You know what I mean?
Okay. My daughters.
Did I lose you?
No, I agree with you. My daughters watch like the Hallmark Channel. They watch all these Christmas movies that they're filmed in Colorado or wherever they're filmed. Okay. Now they include in everything a gay couple. In every movie, in every sitcom, and everything, they include a gay couple. Okay, cool. My gay friends, if you're watching, I love you guys, but I'm gonna voice my opinion the same way I voice my opinion in front of you. I just don't feel that you need to include that in every movie, in every sitcom, in every series, because you know what? My thing is this: let children grow up and be who they are, because I truly believe that it is truly being shoved down our throat.
Yeah.
Right.
I have one of my buddies that he's a homosexual, and he admits it. Okay, he's married to another man, and I asked him this. Hey, big dog, I want to ask you this. I said, would you be upset if we ever had a straight parade?
Right.
a straight parade. Like they have pride parade.
Yeah.
And he said, "Oh, that's totally He said that's totally disrespectful." And I said, "See, that's why, bro. Because you guys control everything. We can no longer be free anymore. We can no longer voice our opinions anymore. So that I still stand by that, bro. So
yeah, straight people are the minority.
Much respect. Much respect. Thank you for answering that. You know what I mean? And you won't be canceled, bro, because I believe that you were so honestly open with it. You weren't coming off like an ass. You know what I mean? You're pretty straightforward for it. And Marvelous, I know where you stand, so we're not gonna even go in that question with you. You know what I mean? I'm sure I do. But here's my next question for you, Daniel. This is for you.
All right.
You guys still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So there was something that you said in just a bit ago. You were talking about, I believe it was 7 gates of heaven. Is that what you said?
Oh, the 12 gates of heaven.
12 gates. Okay.
Right.
Okay. Sorry.
Right.
So my question is, because you were talking about Christianity and whatnot, and you said, we as Christians believe that we can be and I could be mistaken, bro. So I apologize. We can be forgiven if we sin. We're forgiven. There's no repercussions. Is that correct?
Well, I'm so sorry, bro. Can you please say that again? That we could what?
So you said as Christians, as a Christian, I believe that there's no repercussions of my sin. Correct?
Well, I mean, with Christianity, what I'm trying to say is that when you go to church on Sundays or whatever, you feel good about yourself or Christians do. They just heard the word and they're taking in whatever scripture that the pastor wants to throw at them, and they go home feeling good and they go right back to their sin. And whatever it is. And what I mean sin is in most of the scriptures, especially Leviticus, it tells you what sin is, bro. And there's a lot of sins that Christians do not have any idea is sin, or wouldn't even fathom to think is sin. Such as the food content that you're eating, such as a man having to grow his beard out. Those are sins, not having a beard. I don't have a beard, bro. I'm sinning right now. I do tattoos. I'm fucking sinning. But I'm not in denial about it. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to preach to nobody. I'm just saying, I'm weathered on this subject, So I'm just trying to pass the message along while trying to conduct myself in a respectful manner, as in trying to obey, the commandments. But damn, I know how hard it is. I'm not trying to, judge everybody, but I am judging everybody because I'm told to.
No,
Yeah,
and you know what? I thank you for clearing that up, and that's the whole purpose. Like for us, and why I believe in Christ, because that was perfect, right? And that's where we covered under that blood. So I respect that you guys answer these questions, man. Keep doing what you guys are doing, bro. Love you guys.
I appreciate you, homie.
Thank you, my bro. Thank you. Let me see. Okay. Holy shit. Here we go. Caller, your name. Where are you calling from?
Hey, what's up, brother? I go by Ready Made, calling from, I'm actually from Santana, California, but I'm out here in Fort Worth, Texas right now.
Fort Worth, Texas, bro. What is it over there? It's like 12 o'clock right now, like 12:21, isn't it?
12:21, brother. Yeah, we're 2 hours out.
That's right. You got a question, my brother?
Yeah. Actually got a few questions, but
just give us two, bro. Give us
I've
two.
been watching your yeah, I'll give you two. I'll give you one good one, man. First, I want to say that I commend both you gentlemen for having these kind of conversations. I've been watching you guys for quite some time, and I'll be honest with you. Well, Marvelous. I know Marvelous has been tapped in with a lot of the stuff that goes on with the Hebrew. Y tu canal, Tony. I know you've been in a lot of your conversations, a lot of your segments, you've been bringing up a lot of what's going on in Scripture, and I really dig it. I'm really big into music. I've been into music my whole life. Hello?
Yeah. We're here.
Dispensa. It's kind of cutting off. So basically what I was trying to kind of get to is that, as I mentioned, I commend both you gentlemen for having the conversations, going into a lot of the stuff. I've been somebody that's been studying Hebrew for many years now. I want to say maybe about 10 years.
That's good. Awesome.
And I feel a little nervous, and I don't know why. Maybe because I'm touching on the subject, the fact that you guys are talking about it, have been talking about it. I know the homie again, Marvelous. He's touched on it. There's a lot of things that he said that I concur with, that I agree with. And again, just simply having the conversation is a huge thing, right? So I know you guys have touched on a lot of the wanting to understand. People are calling to ask questions, wanting to understand, what does this all mean? What is the purpose of all this, right? It's very interesting. First, I'd like to point you guys to this gentleman. You guys ever want to look him up? Maybe Marvelous, you tapped into him. Maybe you haven't. He goes by the name of Del Sanchez. He's a scholar. He's somebody that identifies as Raza, older man. I want to say maybe he's probably in the 60s now, maybe even in his 70s. And he touches on a lot on how us, Raza, how we are able to trace back our roots to being Hebrew. To kind of touch on that point, one of the biggest things that we kind of have to look at is when you're wanting to identify with where you come from, right? You have to, and you mentioned the Marvelous, you have to kind of trace things, right, by the blood.
Right.
So there's two different groups. You got the Ashkenazi and you got the Sephardics.
Mm-hmm.
When you have an understanding as to where these two groups come from, it helps you. It kind of points you back, and you're kind of going down the rabbit hole.
Mm-hmm.
And so, when you really look at these kind of things, when you really start breaking it down, it's basically what I want to get to. When you really start breaking it down, you start to kind of, that venda that Scripture talks about. It begins to uncover, and we start to see the connections that we have, even the connections between how a lot of the Hebrews that did migrate from Western Europe during the Spanish Inquisition. A lot of them came over here, and that's where the connection kind of came to be. There was already Hebrews before that,
right?
But there's a lot of things that kind of came about, and you see the connections between us, and you mentioned the Mexicas,
right?
And then there's even other, some of the other quote unquote tribes that were here before that. We're going to go into the Incas, go into the Mayans, go into the what's them older homies, the ones that were here. They say that they were here a little longer before.
Right. Carnal, just get, with all due respect, please get to your question, homie, because we have a lot of people calling. We got about 8 minutes left.
No, it's all good. Carnal, look, as I mentioned, I'm somebody who's been pretty, has had pretty good study in the same, como se dice, in the same subject, if you will.
Yes.
There's a lot of things that I could share with you, gentlemen, and maybe I should just reach out to you guys on a private note, if you will, and maybe we can talk a little bit more, just to kind of get in touch and just to be able to show how we're able to correlate as individuals. You know what I mean? But I just wanted to commend you, gentlemen, for having these kind of conversations, because I really think that it's really important. Again, as somebody who's also born and raised and involved with street neighborhood shit, I'm from Santana. You know what I mean? So, so I know what it's like. You know what I mean? But this is something that I've identified with for several years now. Like you, Marvelous.
Yeah.
I'm somebody that's not perfect, but I recognize a lot of the things that we've done wrong. You know what I mean? I don't identify with Christianity myself.
Right.
And the truth has been little by little being revealed to me, if you will. So,
hey, Carnal,
I don't really have a question, I guess, now.
Yeah.
We'll get to that.
Hold on, I want to ask you something. Where are you? Where are you located? Are you local?
No. So I'm out here in Fort Worth, Texas right now.
Okay.
I'm out here in Fort Worth, Texas, pero I actually just was out there. I just got back a week ago. And I typically take a trip. I've been out here for a few years, but I typically I try to take a trip once a year out there, you know what I mean? And I connect with everybody and whatnot.
Look, next time you're out
here. I'm connected with a few heads out there, so.
Okay, look, next time you're out here, next time you're out here, please let me know. Contact me via Instagram or contact the Marvelous. We'll make it work, bro, because if you're educated in the Hebrew, if you will, literature, I want to bring you in, bro, because I'm very familiar with the Aleph Bet, and I'm sure you're familiar with the Aleph Bet, the 22 letters.
Absolutely, man.
Okay. So we're good, bro. I'm very familiar with that. I want to bring you in and we can talk, bro. It'll be me, you, and Marvelous. I'm willing to do that. If you're really educated in that, like you say, and I'm not challenging you, I'm just encouraging you, contact us.
Oh, no. Of course.
I mean, because we know every Aleph Bet
for sure.
has a pictograph, has a numerical value, etc. We can talk about all of that.
I appreciate you, carnal. Thank you, homie, for your respect, dog. I send mine too.
All right, brother. Stay blessed.
Yeah, no, for sure. Thank you guys for having me on. Thank you. I appreciate it, man.
Sir.
Thank you.
Let's go. Okay. I'm so glad I read up on this. Caller, your name, or where are you calling from?
This is Chris from Arizona.
Chris from Arizona. What's good, my brother? You got a question?
Yeah, I got a question for Marvelous. Yes, he was talking about on the last show that about the Las Vegas shooting, that something happened at the Hooters.
Yeah.
If he could go into more detail of what exactly happened and why the news didn't cover it, how come nobody had like no, like cell phone footage that was there? And just one more question. Also, what numbers does he think I should play tomorrow for the pick 4? And that's it.
Okay. If you're gonna for the pick 4, 666. Anyways, but as far as that whole Marvelous
that's
thing
the
about
big 3.
Play the big 3, homie. As far as the whole Marvelous thing, look, when we share stuff here, it isn't like we have any insight.
Mm-hmm.
It isn't like somebody calls us and tells us, "Hey, Tony, this happened." We get our info just like you guys. Television, social media, Google, whatever. And then we have our own mind to make up our shit. My thing is just like this, Marvelous. I don't want somebody calling in thinking that you know something that nobody knows.
Right.
It's not like that, bro. So.
No, I know that, but I'm just saying, like, whatever knowledge that he might have of, what he knows, just of that.
Yeah, from what you heard.
Yeah. So the majority of what were you saying, bro? My bad. Go ahead.
No, he said correct.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the majority of what I know about that is just what I said, bro. Just the statement that I made. There's a couple of background things but they're gonna go off into a whole other. They're still with the same thing that we're talking about, but you literally DM me, bro. DM me on my Instagram if you can, homie, and we'll talk about it because they go on into several other stories that have to do with that, bro. And it has to do with sacrifice and stuff, just to get to the point. That's what it has to do with.
All right, for sure. I'll hit you up on the DM, but no pick 4 number.
Damn, homie, I don't know. I don't even play none of that, dog. I don't believe in none of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 6665.
But hey, good luck with that, homie. I hope you do win something, dog.
Absolutely. All right, bro.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, homie.
We out of here. Thanks for Cleo, fake and Jamaican. Here we go.
What happened to her?
Yeah. Call her your name. Where are you calling from?
Hey, what's up, Tony A? What's up, Marvelous? My name is Eddie from Pasadena, and I had a question for Marvelous. So I saw that one video you were featured on Mills TV or what on YouTube, whatever it's called, and you talked about that guy Iron Jacket supposedly like buying knives from like Big Five and buying a bone from Petco and turning it into some kind of native weapon or whatever, and I wanted to know like what was up with that. Like it kind of caught me off guard. If you can fill me on that.
Yeah, bro. Well, it was just to make money. He had a lot of people believing that he was from he fucking time traveled from the 14th century or some shit. And he was possessed by, or this spirit of the real Iron Jacket embodied his body, and he was doing everything that he was supposed to do. So a lot of people, and especially the way he articulated himself, bro, he had a lot of people mind fucked, where they were coming all over the place. believing everything that he said, bro, just because the way he spoke. And he spoke regular English, like better than most of us, homie. But the way he made himself sound is like he was from this certain time period, and he was a damn time traveler. So anything that this guy touched was fucking essentially blessed with that spirit or some shit. So people really like, there's a lot of gullible people out there, but I didn't expect homeboys. I mean, you could say I was gullible too, homie, by bringing this dude into my fucking pad. But I had a lot of questions, and I broke that shit down in every which way I fucking could, starting with his blue eyes, you know. But yeah, I mean, it was just a mind manipulation shit. You know, he had people believing. I could you know, put some dust on some shit too, and throw some dirt on it, and tell a gullible person and be able to give them this whole background, a big old fucking lie on where this shit came from. And I bet you I could get $500 out of them, or maybe even a rack out of them, 1,000. You know, but I'm not that person. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to benefit on anything, especially coming on a podcast or sharing wisdom or cultura with anybody. I don't ask for no money. I don't give a shit about that. This is what I'm supposed to be doing because this is the position that I was put in. And he took advantage of that.
Right. That was also pretty messed up what he did, or you said he made a GoFundMe page, and all the money that he made out of it, he just pretty much pocketed out of it and just took off.
Yeah, almost $30,000, homie.
That was fucked up right there. And one last question I was gonna ask you too, and I'm not trying to like get controversial, but I just wanted to like speak out my opinion. But what's your thoughts about schools teaching this whole LGBT thing, like to fucking, or excuse my language, to elementary and middle schoolers? Like now public schools are starting to teach this whole LGBT thing at a young age, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's bullshit. Straight bullshit. And because the people who are in power are gay. You know, I got a lot of gay friends, so I don't give a shit. I could talk about it. But yeah, they're gay. They're homosexual. They like doing all that little stuff that they do. And, you know, they're pushing that agenda because the kids are the future. The kids are the next runners up to join armies, to do. They want to, you know, I mean, they shouldn't be. The kids need guidance, bro, and that's the wrong guidance. You know what I mean? Especially forcing it on a kid or telling them, hey, you don't need to tell your parents now because you're in the school system where you're protected by this certain law that we're pushing. I want to go buy my daughter shirts today. Every damn shirt at the mall, at the children's place, had a damn rainbow on it. You know, that's subliminal. Damn. That's subliminal messaging right there. That's not just because, oh, rainbows are pretty and they're associated with girls. Like, nah. There's an agenda behind every single damn thing that's going on.
Okay.
Hold on.
I want to share something like that. LAUSD, LA Unified School District, is the second biggest district in all of the United States, only second to New York. Okay. I know certain teachers from LA Unified School District. If there's children that say in middle school or high school that claim to be gay, a teacher has to wear a badge with a rainbow, with her name in a rainbow. You know what that means? That they are safe to talk to. That they are safe to talk to. Yeah. So a homosexual kid says, hey, I want to talk to you. Yeah. That means if you don't have a badge, you are not safe to talk to. What the fuck does that mean, bro? Imagine having a girlfriend, a wife, or whatever, or a sister or a mother that works for the school, and you don't have a badge, you're not safe to talk to.
Right.
Damn, like you need permission for that? That's bullshit.
Yes.
You know what? On the other hand, there's a lot of gay people, and I could name over 10 people that are actually speaking out against that gay agenda and saying it's not right for them to force that shit in the school system or on the kids. Like, that's not cool.
It's true. It's true. So, thank you, Carnal. Yeah. Hopefully, we answered your question.
Appreciate you, bro.
It was good chopping it up with you while I could. Gracias.
Okay. You too.
Oh, good. Okay, we got like 2 more phone calls. Tops. Caller, your name or where are you calling from?
Hi, my name's Shania. I'm from Sacramento. I had a question for each of you. So the first question is for Tony. I wanted to actually ask, if you could ask the creator anything, what would you ask?
If I can ask what?
The creator.
the creator.
If I can ask the creator, what would I ask? Wow, that's a beautiful question. Honestly.
Thank you.
I guess I would have to honestly get down on my knees, close my eyes, and ask me, what would you have me to do?
Wow, that's a really great answer.
That's what I would ask.
Because honestly, what else?
That's what I would ask, and I would say this, that whatever you want me to do, as much as I probably would not want to do it, I would do it. Because ultimately, one day I will have to stand before him and give my account. So that would be my answer.
And you have to put your fear aside.
Yes. Hopefully that answers your question.
It does. And then for Marvelous, I wanted to ask, do you think it's possible that everyone will be enlightened or awakened? And if so, what can we do to make a difference if that happens for everybody?
Thank you for your question. No, I do not believe that everybody would be enlightened or woke. Not everybody is going to be able to go on the journey or going to make it. If we're talking about heaven, not everybody is going to make it there. The way I see it, if you want to get into scripture, 144,000 out of each tribe will be saved. So if you ask yourself, how is that even possible when there's been billions and billions of people? Well, we're judged on, we're a representation of our whole bloodline when you go on your judgment. And I'm just going to say it as your forefathers. When you go to your judgment, you're seen as one whole big orb of whatever your last name is. I mean, well, whoever you are, that's who you're representing. And you have time to clean up your sin. You have time to make things right, while there is. But we're on the last stages of that. So you need to hurry up.
Okay, so basically, whoever's in your bloodline, they're going to have an effect on whatever they do in their life is going to have an effect on you, basically.
Right.
And then whatever you do is going to have an effect later on in your bloodline as well.
Right. That's your karma.
So you're passing it down. Okay, got it.
Caller.
Okay.
Caller.
So it's just important to clean up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on. I want to ask you something. What was it that motivated you or encouraged you to ask these questions?
Well, actually, I was an atheist when I was younger, and only up until recently did I start to open up my mind and start to ask questions and start to have a belief in God.
Caller, I want to say this. Growing up, I didn't believe in God either, okay? And it wasn't until I got into my 20s that I was challenged. And I was given several books to read. And then I was given the Bible to read. And I wanted to prove that it was wrong. But the more and more that I dug, the more and more that I studied, I found out that it was true. So I became a believer. I don't consider myself a Christian or a Catholic or anything else, but I do consider myself a believer in the scriptures. So hopefully that.
Right. I don't subscribe to any religions, but I have opened up my faith to God because basically everything that I've read, all these different books, all these different genres, all these different artists, I listen to music too, and I feel like I'm connecting dots. Like it's all connected in a way. Mm-hmm. We're all connected.
Yes.
Essentially.
Awesome. Thank you for calling in. I greatly
Thank you so much. I appreciate you too.
Yeah, thank you so much for taking my call. Thanks for talking to you guys. Have a great night.
You too.
You too. We got one more phone call. Caller, your name and where you calling from? You are the last caller. Come on down.
Hey, what's up? My name is Jordan. I'm calling from San Diego.
San Diego in the building. What's good, my brother? How you doing, man?
Good. How you guys doing tonight?
I'm buzzed right now, bro, but I'm speaking truth.
Thank you for calling, homie. Shout out to the SD.
Hey, same here. I'm a little buzzed too. I've been calling to reach out to you fools. I have a question for you, Tony.
Yes, sir.
What is your favorite Halloween movie from the John Carpenter series and why?
Halloween 1. Okay, the first Halloween.
Number 1, like
the number
very first one.
Yes, the very first one. I know it's probably
and why?
Okay, Okay, this is probably not why, but when I saw that it was filmed in, what did it say? Haddonfield, Illinois. Okay. Haddonfield, Illinois.
Yeah.
It wasn't until my 20s that I found out that shit was fucking fake. Haddonfield, Illinois is fake.
Same here.
Okay. I was working in Pasadena, producing an album for a female named JV. And my boy goes, let's go get something to eat. All right, cool, whatever. I go, bro, I can't wait to get home. Why is that? I'm going to watch Halloween. Really? And it was in October. Every October, I watch Halloween.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, why don't you just go down the street? And I go like, what do you mean down the street?
Yeah.
One day, I'm going to buy a ticket. And I told my boy this. And we're going to go to Haddonfield, Illinois. And I'm going to see where everything was filmed. And he was like, what the fuck? You can see it right here. And I didn't get what he was saying, bro.
Yeah.
And he said, it's filmed right here. And I was like, what the fuck you talking about? It said, the movie said Haddonfield, Illinois.
Yeah.
Bro, the movie was released in 1978. I was born in 68, so I was 10 years old. Me and my brother went to the movies by ourselves. I was 10 years old. He was 8 years old. Okay.
Oh,
so we were introduced to Michael Myers back then.
Yeah.
So he goes, yeah, I'm going to introduce you to the famous hedge scene. That's what he's standing right next to the whole fucking, like, the hedge, or like the bush.
Oh, yeah. And he peeks out. Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
And I go, you're not going to take me there.
Hey, it's still there, huh?
It's, bro, every year I go, tradition.
Oh, yeah?
And I said, bro, this is not it. And I was eating my fucking Subway sandwich.
Yeah.
I go, this is not it. He goes, this is it. Bro, he took me to all the places, to the house, and I was destroyed because I wanted to go to Haddonfield, Illinois.
Oh, man.
Okay? Then I found out it's in Pasadena. So it's tradition. Last year I took my grandbabies to Haddonfield, Pasadena. So.
You ever go to Candy Cane Lane? Back in the day?
Well, okay. There's.
In Altadena?
No, I haven't.
Oh, all right.
Okay. There's another place right here in Torrance that they call Candy Cane Lane.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I thought you were talking about that. Nah. But let me say this.
We
bro.
have that here in San Diego too.
Oh, see?
Oh, shit.
See, there you go.
Damn.
So let me say this. For Halloween is my favorite only because it was the first of its kind, bro. That's it. It was the first of its kind. So
exactly.
Hopefully that answers your question. Marvelous, you want to answer any?
Oh, no. That was for you, bro. But, yeah, that's dope. I remember Halloween.
Okay, let me tell you something. Give me till tomorrow because I'm buzzed right now. But I'm gonna text you all the addresses in Pasadena where Halloween 1 was filmed.
Damn.
And me and my sister, we go there with my grandbabies or whatever, and we take pictures there, bro. It's fucking awesome, bro. I love it. So, yeah. Anyway, hopefully we answered your question, bro.
Thank you for calling, homie.
You still there?
I got a question for Marvelous too, if that's okay.
Oh, what's up, bro?
Hey, I noticed that dude Peter, he went to your pad and in the inside of your little tattoo studio. I noticed you have a good, decent sized collection of the NECA figures. So my question to you is, do you plan on continuing to build your collection?
Nah, bro. A lot of the stuff that I have are like Tony has right here. They're gifts from people. A lot of stuff that I have that is like of cultura. They're actually gifts or presented to me. So. No, I mean some stuff I have buying, but no, I don't really like. I'm not really trying to collect anything like that or spend money. I have my kids to take care of, so my focus is on that, bro. You know.
Right.
Yeah, but.
All right. Hey, you know what? What's your favorite movie, bro? From that guy. From John Carpenter.
From the series, I mean, to me, number 4 is always gonna be probably my favorite because that's like the first one I owned on VHS as a kid. But I think like the best one out of the whole franchise is Halloween 2.
Yeah, that's what I think too, bro.
Okay. Halloween 1, Halloween 2 is dope.
Yeah.
But I will say this, that the last ones that Jamie Lee Curtis has been in have been pretty fucking good, bro. So.
Hey, Jamie Lee Curtis.
Come on, really?
Jamie Lee Curtis is
you really like those ones?
Look, bro, I'm going to tell you why I like them. Can I tell you that? It's because they...
Yeah, please do.
It's like they recreated old footage and put it in the new movie. That's what I liked about it. they added a nostalgic feel to it. That's what I like about them. So, go ahead, my bro. You were gonna say something?
Right.
Have you seen Jamie Lee Curtis in True Lies?
Oh my God! When she stripped for
Yeah,
Arnold.
I saw that one. I saw that one with my pops when I was a kid.
I was
It
like,
kinda
what?
awkward watching that. The stripping scene with him was like, all right.
Hey, bro, let me tell you
cool
something.
and everything, but
Jamie Lee
Like
Curtis.
a hermaphrodite? She was a hermaphrodite? Like Sierra. Damn, that's crazy.
Okay,
I don't know
stop.
about that,
Hey, so if you were born that, what would
Yeah,
you choose?
yeah. Hold on. I don't know about that. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Okay, here's my thing. Jamie Lee Curtis was up there with Salma Hayek and Dusk Till Dawn.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay?
Yeah,
That's all
beautiful.
I'm going to say. The way she moves, like,
Mm-hmm.
it defied the laws of gravity. That's all I'm going to say. And why isn't that fucking door open? God damn it. All right, bro. Thank you, bro.
Thank you, homie.
We appreciate it, homie. And we out of here.
hey, you guys have a good night, all right?
You
Yes,
too,
sir.
homie.
All right. We out of here. Let me go ahead and let me
Crazy.
see. Fucking Norbert.
Fucking Norby. Crazy Norbs.
Exactly.
Hermaphrodite.
Okay. Let's take this out. Got him. Okay.
Got
Alex, any more shout outs or anything? Hermaphrodite. Maybe Norberts are fucking hermaphrodite. Or a bull. Or a bulldite or whatever. If you got a small weenie, call in. Anyway.
Okay, we got two questions. One, well, actually, it was just one question. So Jesse Drakes said, "Saludos. I had a question about the Hollow Earth theory. Have you guys heard tales of any supposed entries to lead to the other side, the North or South poles?"
Well, that's too many questions, bro. Like to
They want to know if there's an entrance to
Yeah,
the...
there is.
just say yes, there
Yeah,
is.
there
Okay,
is.
cool. Because you know what? They ask questions that they only expect yes or no answers for. You can't do that, bro. It's too much to give. Okay.
And he donated $5, and then Mr. Reyes donated $9.99. So shout out to him and the other guy. And I think that's it.
Okay. Now, what was the Holocaust question? Remember?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you got it. It was a 9. Okay, yeah, that was by Rascal 805. He donated $9.99. He said Tony, Marvelous and Tony, what they think about schools not teaching about the Holocaust anymore. Saludos from Bakersfield.
Well, I'm 54 years old, and I never learned about the Holocaust in schools. Did you?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't.
Yeah. Did you see the movie Schindler's List?
I love that movie. That was Liam Neeson.
Okay.
And what was the other guy? Liam Neeson and the Pelon, the other guy.
I don't even know.
Fuck, but he was so fucking good. Look it up, Norbert. It was Schindler's List.
Schindler's List?
Yeah, and it was Liam Neeson, and I forgot the other fucking dude's name. But he was fucking good, bro. Oh my God, Ben Kingsley, an amazing actor. Amazing actor. Did you watch that movie?
Nah, I seen half of it. My grandpa made me sit down with him and watch that shit, but I walked out. I couldn't. I was too young. I didn't like seeing all that shit.
I know. Now let me ask you this. For the caller's sake, do you think the Holocaust existed, like happened?
Yeah, I believe that they did a gang of experiments.
Okay. The only reason why I'm asking that is because you got a lot of neo-Nazis that believe that shit never existed. And I'm going to be real with you. You got a lot of... Fuck. Here's another cancel culture fucking answer. You got a lot of Muslims that believe that the Holocaust never existed. But I have screenshots of Muslims saying, "We will kill you worse than the Holocaust."
That's not that bad.
And I'm like, I thought it didn't exist. You know, so that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I believe it did exist. I have a homie that married a German girl took them to where all that shit took place. But here's the crazy part. In that part of Germany, they look at Hitler like a great man.
Yeah.
You know, I truly believe, if you ask me, que ese cabrón was demonically possessed, bro.
Yeah.
To look at people as fucking cockroaches, as fucking dirt, I can experiment you, you know, pop open your fucking skull and we're about to kill you, your fucking brain pulses. That's fear right there. That's fear. That's how they study people? Nah, bro.
Crazy.
Yeah, bro. You know, and Steven Spielberg, being a Jew, he said that when he was filming that and he had people dressed up in Nazi uniforms, he goes, even though I'm a producer and these were actors, I truly felt some type of way.
Yeah.
You know, so, but, you know, it happened. So, anyway, so yeah, I truly do believe it happened. So, why they are no longer teaching in schools, I can't say that I was ever taught that. You know, and at the same time, since I was never taught, you said you were taught that, we can't say that it's been taken out.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. So, other than that, Marvelous, you want to go ahead and give any shout outs or any, you know?
Yeah, shout out to my kids. I love you guys. Every one of you, wherever you're at, whatever you're doing right now. Blessings and protection. You're my seed. I love you. Shout out to all the people watching in, tuning in, that commented, called. Once again, appreciate you. Much respect to all you and your familia. Continue to educate yourself. Push yourself to the limits that you can't go no more. Set goals for the day, the week, the month, and accomplish that shit. Motivate yourself. Motivate your children. Wake them up every day. Don't ever give them the short answer. Explain things into detail as much as you can. Instill that wisdom.
Absolutely. Let me go ahead and give a shout out to, once again, to Norbert. Let me give a shout out to my boy Alex Cervantes. Let me give a shout out to my son, BSKANLESS. Let me give a shout out to the Hip Hop Jedi. And other than that, Marvelous Inc. Want to give a shout out to him. And we will be back with Freaky Tales, so be looking out with that, okay?
Gracias,
so
Tony.
If you guys have not seen, Freaky Tales with Gil Carrillo, go check out the last episode. I believe it's episode 41. An fucking amazing episode. So hosted by me and Marvelous. And other than that, Marvelous will be back. So thank you. Thank everybody who like, comment, subscribe, dislike. It doesn't matter. You guys still watch. Other than that, carnal, muchas gracias.
Gracias.
Yes, sir. So we'll be back, and everybody have a blessed night. We're out of here.
Damn, son.
You got it.